I think you should. Run to the fridge real quick. Grab yourself something nice. You know, grab yourself a little snack. Grab yourself something to eat. You know, keep the stream up. Keep the stream up. I do appreciate the love here in the stream. But, you know, hey, get up, walk around a little bit, come back, boom, be re-energized. Maybe you're working on something. Maybe you're working on your homework. You're like, Kismet, it's summer. Nobody has homework. Of course they do. Of course people have homework. You know, people still go into school all around the world. Some people go year-round. My daughter used to go year-round when she was in the lower grades before they made it where it wasn't year-round again in this area, before she moved up to the next school period. You know how they have like kindergarten and first grade, second grade. It's like different here in Tennessee. Like where I'm from, you went, you know, K through 12, right? So you go K through 12 and then you go to college, right? But the way the K through 12 is cut up was different. Like you go 1st through 6th, then you go 7th to 8th, and then you go 9th through 12th, right? Here in Tennessee, it's not like that. Here in Tennessee, it's like all split up into like, you know, okay, you go like, you know, preschool, and then you go like 1st through 4th, and then you go like 5th and 6th, 7th, 8th, and then you go like 9th, and then you go 10th, 11th, 12th. I don't know. I can't even remember. It's so weird. Pretty weird. Pretty weird. There we go. I have homework. Learning Python right now. Oh, you got to study up on some Monty Python. I love me some Monty Python. We used to do Monty Python events in the guild, right? Like we were playing Lineage back in the day, and we had this really awesome event where they would stand on the bridge, and you had to come up and guess your own favorite color, right? You know, and if you didn't guess your favorite color, they teleported you away. It was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Both a funny team and also a programming language as well. Very funny team thing. Let's go. Continue. Let's get into it. Now, eventually I'll open this up to multiplayer, but right now I'm just kind of playing solo, where I'm just kind of learning a bit of the mechanics and that kind of stuff. That's how I usually like to play games at the very beginning. Now, where we last left off here in my adventure is that I'm way down in the middle of this thing, way away from my base, because I got this, whoa. I got this fantastic idea that I would just jump down. And now I am way down here, and I have to figure my way out of this area. And I'm driving my little car here, but man, we way down in here, right? So I'm thinking we could build our way back out. That's one way. Or is there actually a way out of here? I don't know. We get down to the ground level. But see, I've already fallen a bunch of times, and I need to heal myself to get down to that ground level. Now, we were looking for the oil, which is down here, but it seems to be a little high level for where I'm at. We might need to come back to that. So we're going to try to go this way. Turn my sounds up a little bit. And see if we can get down to the ground level and then back up. See, we need to go toward our hub there. So we can fall a certain distance without taking damage. But you get past that level, then you start taking damage. All right, we made it down here. Kind of feel like maybe we should go around the edges. Go around the edges, get to the other side, and see what happens. Oh, lots of lagging here. Now this is early access. They're still working on the game. They added trains and all sorts of cool stuff that we haven't even got to yet. This is really my third playthrough, but it's really my first playthrough because I haven't been past this point, if you think about it. Now we gotta watch out for this, right? This is our big problem right here. Is this smoke right here? We got to go around it, or this gas, which is going to cause me damage, and I'm pretty low health right now. So we're going to see if we can get around this and find our way back up again. Kind of looks like a road right there. Look at that, right there. Looks like a way up. Rip, woo! Popped a wheelie. So again, this game's called Satisfactory. We'll actually be building some factories here in a bit. First, we got to make our way back to our factory. How we doing on coal? Doing good. Now, at first, I thought this game was going to be very much like an Astroneer-like game or like a Factorial game, where it has kind of a bit of lower-level graphics, but of course, the cool, fun part of making factories and stuff. But man, the graphics of this game are awesome. I love the game mechanics are really, really fun. I feel like maybe we got to go around this way to get our way up. I don't see a way up there. I don't know, my instincts are saying go this way, Kismet. And I usually follow my instincts. They usually guide me fairly well. Sometimes you run into trouble. Let's find out. Oh. Yeah, might have a little bit of problem there. All right, who we got around us here? We got a mob back there. Can we run that mob over? Let's just try to run him over. Park our vehicle on him. Oh yeah, he's toast. That's one way to get her done. All right, so if we were smart, and we're semi-smart anyway, we would have brought, we gotta watch out for this guy behind me, don't gank me. We brought some resources that we could go ahead and try to build our way across. Now the smart thing to do is to start, maybe a little like this. And then go something more like a ramp. There we go. And then we're going to have to kind of work it a little bit here. We jump down from here? I think so. All right, we're going to work our magic here. Probably get away with that. And what I should have done was brought a beacon. Then I could beacon this part. So if I ever wanted to get back up to this point, I could use this and leave it here. So basically what I did is I made myself an exit ramp. What's this? Ooh, that's sulfur. I've never even seen sulfur before. Whoa! You little sucker. You're gonna pay for that now. Now I'm gonna run you over. I thought the sulfur was getting me, but it wasn't. It was this guy. Dang, that guy's resilient. Go away? Yeah, there we go. Alright, little sucker. Snuck up on me out of nowhere. Try that again. There we go. That scared me. I thought it was the sulfur was hitting me, but it was the mob. There we go. Right, Python the coding, not the show. Oh, okay, you're learning the coding. I feel like if we bump this enough, we could get some air. Beep. That's dangerous. Alright, here we go. Alright. Well, we got out of there at least. I don't know, this may be leading us to a dead end, but let's go check it out. This is why you bring extra loot. Yeah, maybe right here. Alright, let's switch over to... Let's make 5 that one. And And then we'll switch to ramps. Oh no, I'm out of concrete. Gotta go back and get that other concrete. Let's just drive. Oh wait, I got more on my thing? Hold on, let's look in the workbench. Nope, I didn't bring any more. Oh, that's my bad. Remember, in the future, to bring plenty of concrete. So I've gotten myself into this trouble, and let's see if I can get myself out of it. I feel like if we go back here, we can disassemble this. Now, one of the coolest thing about this game is the fact that you can disassemble stuff and get all the resources back. So if you build it a way you don't like it, you can go back in and disassemble it and get all of it back so that I can assemble more stuff over here. So we're going to get all this concrete back. Also, I keep doing this where I run up there, where I don't necessarily, you don't have to necessarily be right up there, right? That's like a habit from other games. You can just get down here and take the whole thing down, just like lickety-split like that. So I'm trying to get myself out of the habit in this game, so I don't just do that. All right. Ooh, that was a little scary though. We might have been trapped down here. Might have been trapped. All right, take two. All right. Whoa. Look out. All right, more ramps. Feel like we're almost there. There we go. Need another ramp there? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe a bit of another thing. All right. Now the cool thing is, whoo, that's a big ramp. The cool thing is we don't need all these supports under here. So if you get to a part where you're stuck like this, you can pull some of these supports out, like so, and you can use those to keep you going. Because it doesn't have like real physics where stuff falls down yet. I don't know if they're going to add that later. But it is handy when you get yourself stuck like this. Now I'm going to use the smaller ramp here. Turn it around. I believe that'll get us up to the other area. Turn my light on. Yep. I might get it somewhere. We'll find out. Now, I don't know where I'm going, what I've done. I've never gone this way before. I've never been over here. So exploring is one of my favorite parts of any game. Here we go. Let's see. Now, of course, at any time, I could fall off and die. Or we could get stuck. Oh, there's something big flying over. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's a W right there. Alright, now I'm probably going to need this. So we'll go ahead and dismantle this again. Now, really easy to dismantle because we can dismantle stuff from really far away. There we go, just in case we need that again later. Now, we're really low health here, too. Part of the fun is the journey, right? Actually, most of the fun is the journey. The journey going from one place to another. Alright, let's see if we can find our way out of here. Find our way down. Say right here. I can't believe that actually worked. Whatever. I'll take what I can get. Take what I can get. Out the way. Kids are coming through. I'm trying to go home. All right, we made it. Can you believe that actually worked? All right. Heading toward our home here. We're way out here as well. Luckily, we got lots of fuel and a little bit of driving skill. Just a pinch. I feel like these are like roads that are kind of leading you in the direction you need to go. Almost got me a spider there. I feel like we need to really level up our dude a bit. Get that going. First, whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. How we... This way. Trying to get run over, bro? Stop, stop, stop. Now see, I'm low health, so if I take any damage, I'm going to die. Though I see some flowers. Anything following me? Got to watch out that you have any mobs on you. No, I don't have any food on me. Where'd that plant go? Oh, right there. There we go. A little bit of something, something there. Where are we going? We're going back that way. We'll try to go around the long way. Get around these poisonous plants. Uh-oh. Looks like a cliff to me. Can't go that way. See, we could build our way around this, right? We could build stuff to get around. I saw there's a gas mask you can get as well later on. But right now we're just trying to find our way around. Was that my space elevator or is that somebody else's space elevator? I think that's mine. Oh, we made it! That's mine right there. I thought it was maybe one of the ones that's in the game, but that's my base. Let's go. We made it. Can you believe we made it all the way in there and all the way back out after all that falling down and all of that? Woo! All right, yay! This is my place. This is where I rule. Here comes my other little car. Look, it's all automated. It just goes and picks up loot for me. Pretty cool. All right, so we explored a bit. We went and looked at that. That looks a little high level for where I'm at right now. So we're gonna, oh, we gotta take a moment to stop too. We gotta put some more fuel in this vehicle and hopefully we get out of here before the other vehicle comes back and runs us over. There we go. We got our space elevator right there. Rocking and rolling. Heading back to the base. And we'll just park this baby right there. All right, now if you haven't seen my little bitty factory here, we'll go take a little quick peek. Way up here. You take a little view of what's going on over here. Here we go. We got I got a couple things going on. Now this is what Satisfactory is all about. You're trying to automate creation of a whole bunch of stuff. Now while I was off doing something else, meanwhile, back at my base, it's making crazy tons of resources that I'm going to use to make a bigger and bigger factory and make more and more cool stuff over time. And eventually we'll get to trains and all that other fun stuff. But we're working on it right now. There you go. Yeah, you should always take a health break. Get up and walk around. It's good for you. So this is Satisfactory here. And this is what I really fell in love with because I like to understand the deep mechanics of of why you use the splitters and why you use the mergers, and understanding the speed at which the conveyors are going and the speed at which you need to input one thing and output to another, and all of that, and how you manage all these resources, because this is a massive amount of resources. Just after a little bit of playing, I mean, you play for like 3 or 4 hours, all of a sudden you'll start getting overwhelmed with just so much resources that you don't know what to do with, until you kind of get the fact that you have to have to ramp it up and ramp it up and ramp it up and keep ramping it up until you get to a point where you got a massive amount of stuff going on at the same time. Which you can see kind of my higher level stuff over in this side. My beginner stuff is way over here. Now, right now, it makes me want to go in and tear the whole thing down and redo it again. I mean, every time, I don't know, it's my meticulous nature that makes me want to go in and constantly fix it up better and better and better. But we only got so much time, so we're going to... so we're going to work on our high level stuff. Well, high level for where I'm at. And go and see how our stuff is doing. So it's bringing our little things down here, our steel beams coming down the conveyor line, and also combining with concrete, which is making the encased industrial beams. Now, these encased industrial beams, oh my goodness, oh, it's been busy, is what we need to make the larger containers, so we can kind of step up our production. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by replacing our containers, which are actually on the downstairs. This is the downstairs level. And then I also have an upstairs level, which is also producing a bunch of other stuff. I also have these conveyors, which are kind of fun because they're like escalators. You get on them, you're like, whee! And then you jump and you like catch a lot of space. And up here, this is a great example of using your stuff at 100% efficiency. So these bars are coming out of here, and they're being split into sub-splitters. And the sub-splitters allow you to control the amount of resources that you're piping into each parts of your factory. Like in this case, we've got a constructor here, which I'm piping them in at 15 per minute exactly, and they're coming out at 90 per minute. And that's giving me 100% efficiency. So to understand that this starts at 120, right? And then it splits into 60, and then you take 60 and you split that into 30 and 30, and then 30 and 30 splits into 15, meaning that there's 30 bars coming at one time. You split that in half, and then 15 bars are going this way and 15 bars is going that way, which then goes in and perfectly feeds the machine at the perfect rate, right? If you're feeding it too fast, you get an overwhelming amount, and then it just stops the entire assembly line. If you're feeding it too slow, then it doesn't have enough to keep it constantly going at good efficiency. So you're always looking for that good balance between the two. And how we looking in here? We're looking good. Looking good. So we're producing a bunch of resources over here, and what we're doing is also we're piping these resources into some storage, and then we're running all those resources back up here. Now, I feel like we could do all of this more efficient and better, because I feel kind of the smart thing to do is to feed everything into a container at each stage of what you're doing. So if you're doing a ton of, say, copper wire, that copper wire should eventually go into a central area where then you can split it up into however you need to split it to make it in the next step. So say you're converting the raw copper ore into ignits. Well, then you take the ignits and you run them into a storage, and you try to feed as much in there as fast as you can. And then on the output, then you're splitting it up to, of course, output at different levels as well. And of course, you have to watch out for your balance and all of that, which we will do. And we will work on right now. Let's go work on it. Let's go work on all of that. We might revamp a lot of this stuff and see if that is the better way of doing it. Now, I don't want to know. I don't want you just to tell me. I do appreciate the sentiment, though, because I like to learn as I go. I'm an old school style of play where I don't like to just look it up on wikis or just instantly know or have people just tell me. I like to go through and to experience it and learn how to do it as I go along. It's just kind of like learning to play like an MMO or something like that. It's like, you know, learn your class, bro, right? You know, learn to play, bro. It's kind of like that, right? When you're, you know, you're playing like a World of Warcraft and you're in a high level raid and you realize that a person in your raid, you know, some pug group you're in, has no idea how to play their class. They have no idea how to do their skill rotations. They don't have the right armor for what they're doing and whatnot, even though somehow they're maximum level, right? Because along the way, they just either rushed to the high level or they bought their character or whatever they did. However they got to high level without understanding how to actually play the character they're on. I think that's the whole reason of leveling, is to understand how to play that character and the skills of that player and how you use them in different situations. Especially if you're like a healer. A healer is more of an art form than actual 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Like DPS can be very 1 2 3 4 5. Not all DPS is like that. Some DPS you use combos in certain situations and so on, and you can remove conditions and all sorts of stuff depending on what game you're playing. But it's really an art form to be a healer, right? Oh, DH Resina coming in with a prime sub, love. Thank you so much for that love. Appreciate that love. Appreciate you coming in, showing love here on my channel, dropping that prime. Let's show some love in the chat, everybody. That could be also said about life. Very true. Very true. Very true. I'm high level both in-game and in real life, as I like to say. All right, so we need to work on our storages. Now, we just got our new storages here, which are our 48 storages. Pretty excited about using those now. We've unlocked a bunch of other cool stuff like oil refineries and things like that. But we went out and tried to explore for an area for the oil refinery, and it's like in a really weird spot way out there where we just were. We'll have to figure that out later. But right now, we want to go ahead and work on centralizing all of our stuff so we can get it together. Now, one of the things we're also working on is the verticality of our locations, right? Using the multi-level conveyors here to try to streamline it and use less room when we are delivering items from one place to another. Now, another thing we can do is not have it so far away and literally have it right here where it doesn't have to run that far down conveyors and whatnot to go into the storage. But I feel it really doesn't matter in the long run how long that conveyor is, depending on the speed at which the conveyor is going. If the conveyor is going at the maximum speed that it can output, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like if we go look at the output of what we're producing back here, we can go ahead and look at how it combines all of this stuff and a little bit of math. I won't do too much math tonight. We did a lot of math the other night, but we'll do a little bit of math, all right? So it's coming out at 45 per minute. Now this conveyor goes at 60, right? So it's already coming out at its maximum speed right now. So that's 45 per minute. And what it's doing is it's going into this splitter right here, which is splitting it even more, and then recombining it over here so that it comes out at a certain speed, right? Now we could take this out of here and run it into, now that we have a higher speed conveyor that we can use. We could take this out of here instead, run it into a container, and then in that container, we can then control the output speed of that as well. So we could literally have it come out at like 270 and split it into two and run it along two conveyors as well. Now right here, this is coming out and is combining and recombining for a reason, right? This is right here, splitting these two, going into here, and it's going through here at a rate of 15, right? Because it comes out and it splits into thirds, and this comes out and splits into thirds, and so on and so forth. We figured out all the math that makes all of this work. But really at this point, we could eliminate all of this and just have it go straight to a container, and then it runs to another container on the other side, as well as we could control and just have a central line where all of our stuff runs along. Now, this is more of a test to understanding the game mechanics of how it's coming out of this right here, the constructor. Now, before this, ahead of this, is our forges here, and it's coming out of our thing here. And actually, turn my sound back up so you can hear a little bit of the action. So this is coming out of here, as you can see, and feeding into here and then splitting in half. Now, right now, it is coming out of here at 60 per minute. Right? Is this a Mark II here? This is a Mark I. This is not even as fast as it could go. It could go twice as fast as this. And we might do twice as fast as this in a minute. We'll see. But it's coming out of here at 60, and it's splitting into 30 and 30. Now you're like, Kismet, I'm not getting it, bro. Tell me again. So it's 60 ore, raw ore, coming out of there. The 60 ore goes into the splitter, and it's sending 30 this way and 30 over that way. 30 this way, 30 that way. Now, the reason why we're doing that is if you look at the smelter... Get rid of my chainsaw. Which chainsaw? Why are you not switching? Because I don't have my other thing on me. Hold on. There we go. So the reason why we're splitting it is because the maximum input of this device right now is 30. Right? Now, we can also give it some boost. We go get some things that'll boost it up. But right now it's 30. So there's no reason to pipe it in there any faster than 30. Right? And then it will go out and it will make so many copper ignits. Now, right now it's backlogged because when it's feeding through in the other side over there, it is stopped because I have so much wire that I don't even need any more wire at this point. I have so much. Now, of course, there's something I'm sure I'm going to have to build later, like computers or something like that, that I'm probably going to need a ton of wire. But I'm going to readjust this so it's more efficient now that we've kind of gone to a higher level where we can do kind of faster conveyor belts, like when we start off with 60 when you start. Again, that's going to be coming out, then splitting into 30, and then 30 is going to split again into, you know, 2 other ones, which will be 15 and 15, right? So if it's coming, it goes in, it's out, it comes out at 60, splits into 30, 30, goes into the machine, comes out of the machine at a certain speed, right? 30 per minute. So it goes in this one at 30, it comes out at 30. Then the next one down, the conveyors here, their inputs are 15, right? So those come into 15. So if you have it coming out at 30 and you run it into this machine, it's only going to be half as efficient. So you need 2 of these. So you split it, run it 15 and 15. Now you're producing double the amount of wire. You're being 100% efficient. You can see right here, 100% efficient when that's coming out of there. And of course, you're going to need a lot of storage to store all of this because it will backlog very, very quickly, especially when you have the higher end nodes. There's 3 different nodes that you find of raw ore. There is the impure node, there's a normal node, which I have right now, and then the pure node, which puts out tons of ore. And of course, you got to have something somewhere for all that to go and something for all that to be made into. So very, very awesome. Very, very awesome. If you understand that stuff. And I love to understand those type of mechanics. Now, right now, we're going to go ahead and rework some of these mechanics. And we're going to take all this out of here. Turn my sound back on again. We're going to rework a bit of this because we have a whole lot of ability to make this even cooler right in here. And again, we're going to be doing a little bit of math today, but I feel like we'll be just fine. Now, because I don't need any more copper places, because this is a normal copper node, I don't need that much more copper. But I do want to take this out because I can make the higher level ones. I might as well, right? If I can, why not? So we're going to go in and we're going to make the higher level miner. We're going to find it in here. Production. There we go. Mark II. And we need one more little generator thingy. Or a little miner thingy. So we're going to go over here and we're going to make ourselves a crafting bench over there. And we're going to make an equipment bench. Equipment bench in there. There we go. Right there. Now each of these benches do different things. But we're going to leave these benches over here for when we need them. Right now we don't have enough room. Let's go ahead and drop that wire. I'll craft one of these. There we go. And then that's going to allow us to build now this kind of level 2. Now, before you saw that we were at level 60, that we were pumping this out. Let's take out this line as well. You saw before that, oh, we don't have enough room. We got so much stuff on us, we don't have enough room to work that. Let's just put this down here. We'll make our own little personal storage. We'll store some of this stuff. Here's another little great trick, too, when you want to make something. You go in, you press the plus, it puts it over here on the side, tells you exactly what you need. So you can take all the stuff back out that you need. Right there, fantastic. I only recently started doing that, and it is pretty awesome way of doing it. Take all of that. And, alright, now we're going to do the Mark II. So again, before it was 60, and now it's going to be 120. So double the amount, which means we could build double the infrastructure of what we were doing before. And that's what we'll probably end up doing. Now, we also want to go ahead and just kind of clear anything that was there from before. Now, one of the things I find you probably don't want to do is run this into a storage, because you're going to have all this other backlog of materials. It's kind of nice to be able to feed it through there, a part of the system, when you have extra materials, so you don't have to fool with it. But I find that sometimes you have so much ore that it's not really worth putting a storage right here. And that's one of the things I was doing before. I was like, well, okay, I'll have it go into the storage. It'll have a huge backlog of ore. Probably not the best idea, because then you have to micromanage all of those resources. So I find it's actually better just to run it in here. Now, if we're producing twice as much now, then we want to go ahead. You launched a nuke. Awesome, Hype Slime King. Awesome, you and Box. Well, see, there we go. I like to bring people together. I like to bring people together out there launching your nukes for the first time. Congratulations, bro. And so on. There we go. You can place foundations under the miners to clip it better and the rest of your infrastructure. Yeah, Ditch, Rexa, I do actually know that. Someone came in my stream and told me that when I first started playing it. But I feel like it's a little cheating. It feels like a little unreal to me. Now, if you like to do it, you go for it. That's your stream. It's your game. You play it however you want. But I have tried it with it already on there, and it does go up there, but it feels like it's drilling through the steel. I feel like if you had a round piece of steel that you could put down underneath it, and then you put the thing over the top of it, and it would go through to touch the ground, it would feel better to me. But I prefer not to do it. That's just the way I like to play, right? Now, again, I'm nothing against people who want to just put it up on there to make it nice and beautiful and, perfectly aligned or whatever. But for me, I don't like it. I've tried it before, and I was like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel solid to me. But I mean, you could RP it a little bit. Say, we cut a thing through the support so it could get to the dirt and all of that. You can do that as well. So hey, it's your game. You play it however you want. For me, I feel like we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of reworking of all of this. So we're going to take all this up and really get this going. Because I'm producing way too much wire and way too much of all of this because I have so much going on. Now you think, well, I'm making too much now, but later on, we're going to need a lot. Now again, look at all this work on figuring out the math and how to split it. And you split it 3 times and then you combine it 2 times and so on and so forth. It's really not that difficult of math. You really just start with 60, 30, 15, right? It's like halving. 60, 30, 15. That's pretty easy math. Sometimes later that does like more kind of 12s and 11s and weird things like that you have to figure out. But that's also you can also figure that out based on how many times you split something. You can break it in thirds or halves, or even just breaking it once and then running it into another one which breaks twice and so on. It does help a lot. To understand those mechanics. So we're going to work on all of this, and I'm just going to be picking up just an insane amount of resources here, and we're going to redo all of this. Now again, if you notice that I'm at 2 times as much, so I could be doing this at twice the level now, and I feel like what we want to do is we want to go in and kind of better match this up to what we're doing over here. Now we also have the ability with the higher end conveyors, because the maximum it can come out of there right now until I boost it is 120. So there's no reason to run a conveyor higher than 120 out of there, because it's not gonna pull anything out at that speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of move our manufacturing from where it's at to over here, and we're just going to go out this way. So we're going to take out all this other stuff we got going here. And we're going to run it all the way over here, so we don't have to run all the way out there at all. So we're going to go ahead and put in some more foundations. Maybe we'll pull out some walls now. Expand our base here. Like this. There we go. And again, notice I put it on the ground. You can totally put it on plates if you want. It's up to you. Again, it is up to you. It is your game. You get her going. Alright, we're going to fine-tune all this power. Take out these extra conveyors. whatnot. Now, once you understand the mechanics, then I find that what you want to do is beautify your factory, right? The more efficient and the more well-built it is, I find the sexier it gets, right? Some of you know what I'm talking about. That ADHD feel where you gotta make it just so, right? Like me, I would want this to be more efficient. Much more efficient, much more beautiful, much more arranged in such a way. What do we need? Iron rod. Arranged in such a way that it would better be way more efficient and run more efficiently. So, and as you get further and further along in the game, you of course get higher and higher level stuff, faster things, and of course higher level miners and things like that. We're going to take this out and actually re-aim it in this direction. There we go. Let's make sure it's actually fairly straight. Sometimes it's just slightly crooked. That's feeling better. Let's take a look at that. Another way to tell too is just to put a thing right next to it to see if it's crooked. Yeah, that's crooked. See how it's a little bit crooked? I was better the other way. That's okay. The great thing is you can take it out. There it is. You can take it out. You get all the resources back. Change it. Fix it. I mean, I love that about this game. I played a lot of games where every time you had to break something or you had to just destroy it and you didn't get your resources back. I find that a huge bummer when that happens. Alright, now I'm also going to take all this out as well. Because this was just a test over here. Just to try to get us going on. I always feel like I got to move close, but you don't. You can do this from really far away. You don't have to be right next to it. And you're like, Kismet, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Well, I've got all this sub stuff out here. I've got all this kind of earlier game stuff that I was using, conveyor belts and whatnot. And I can much more efficiently run it now that I have the higher level conveyors and the higher level equipment, that I could run this very highly efficiently from over there at 120 over to there and have more resources than I need right now until I kind of get to the next step. So we're just going to go ahead and clear all this out. Now, I've got to watch out right here because there is a fall to your death spot right there. Let's watch out for that. And I like my base, obviously, to be at the same level. I just feel it's nice at each level. And then, of course, we'll work in 3 dimensions where we kind of work upward as we go. There we go. And let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of a ramp going here. There we go. And now what we need to do is move all these resources back over this way, because we're going to put it over on this side instead. So again, more of these little personal boxes. This is for temporary. Hope I still don't have enough bars. Me and my bar problem all the time. I have literally like 3 boxes full of bars back there, but I always seem to be out of bars all the time. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Alright, there we go. More bars. Alright, did we take this one out? We did. Alright, hold on. Let's put that one back in. Now, I feel like we're going to leave this kind of central line so that we can walk over there when we need to. So let's go ahead and just kind of fix this up. So the central line is here. And then we'll go ahead and put our angles. Now, of course, I could put all this stuff on a quick key. But I find I only use 1 through 6, even though I have a Naga which has 12 buttons on the side. I find anything past 6, I have to actually try to remember, okay, this is 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 10, 11, 12. I find the first 6 to be the most comfortable using the mouse. Alright, there we go. Now we'll go ahead and just build this out at the level of everything else. Or we'll fail a little bit there. Sometimes I click it 2 seconds after it does the thing. All right. There we go. All right, fill that out, make that look nice. And then we're moving our stuff. That's what we're doing. Let's just kind of put it over here. So again, we'll put down some personal storages. I feel like we're going to need quite a few of these. Store all. Now we could also use one of those big storages to put it there, but it does take up a lot of space. So I try not to use, you know, large stuff that blocks me when I'm working. That's just me. Take all, take all. I love the sort function too. Really, really cool. I dig it. Now see, once I fix this up, I don't have to run out here every time that I want to do something. And that's one of the things I did in my first playthrough, was I had, I tried the stuff close to it, then I tried it really far away from it, and then this time I tried it close again, which worked pretty good. I mean, I got a massive amount of resources. But I feel like I want to have it very condensed in one area so that I can just run around and work on it and rework on it as I go higher and higher level. So we're going to go ahead and get that going on right now. My stuff's still churning away, doing its work over there. I really don't need... by the way, you hold down control, it'll bring all the same type of everything right in there, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and build out a little bit. I love doing it from the side here. It makes it a lot easier to build. Like that. And then you just kind of put one out, step out. I don't think we have any stuff for our chainsaw, do we? Don't have any biofuel. Oh well. We'll just pick it up the old-fashioned way. We'll just hit E. I don't like plants to be through my stuff. Get out of there, plant. That's just me. That drove me crazy in Fallout 4. And it still drives me crazy to this day. Alright, now the one thing you got to remember about your base is you have unlimited space. You got both unlimited vertical space and horizontal space. You don't necessarily have to jam it all up together if you don't want to. But mine is just for efficiency's sake, right? For the efficiency of running all of this stuff. Now I have so much loot at this point that running this 24/7 is not really what I need to do all the time of every minute. So I can go ahead and take all this out, like so, and come back later and make it look beautimous, right? I want to make it look beautiful. So we're going to take all that out, like that, and just try to rework how we're doing our storages here. Because we're going to remove the storages and add them back in. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and get all this stuff off of us. And we want to go see what's in this storage right now. Right now, currently nothing. Awesome. Take it out. And away it goes. Now we want to go ahead and make one of these larger storages. And we're going to end up making 4 total. So we want to go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to tell us how much stuff we need. I declare a thumb war. There you go. And we'll go ahead and put that in there. Oh, we need a lot more of those. And we have a lot of these, and that's no problem. But we definitely need to get some more of our pipes there, so let's go work on that. Alright, where's our pipes in the back here? we were running those through again too, right? Where were we making those? Wow, I suddenly had a thing of not remember it. Man, I had this all in my head at some point. That's coming out there. I don't think we have that running. We got our frames going. Our things going. Oh, I bet that's on the other side. That's on the other side. Down there somewhere. There they are. All right. Now, see, what we really want to do is have all this stuff centralized, so it's all going to a certain spot where we can find it all and whatnot. And this time what I did is I built all the base resources at the bottom and then the kind of second level resources up at the top. So I basically fed all the base resources into here and then the higher level resources up above. And that's what we're going to do again here. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to spin this around. So there's an entry there. There we go. And we're going to take this one out. And when I take this out, what it's going to do is dump all of the resources that was in that box onto me. But right now, luckily, there's boxes up above that I can hold up there. So we'll be fine, hopefully. This is still feeding metal plates in there. We're going to turn that off. Look in here. Nothing in there right now. And we're going to go ahead and use another big one. Holds twice as much. Holds 48 in there. Oh, what do we need? It's clearance. I kind of feel like this is the thing you want to start with. Is you want to start with... I'd take the conveyor out to put that in. You want to start with where you're going to have your central storage. Right? Where are you going to have all your stuff? Now, I may not even need my storage down here at this point. This is 48. I could put all the storage up above and just pipe everything here and just run it up above. Right? But I kind of like it down here, so there's like a secondary storage. In case you overflow the one up above, there'll be a secondary storage down here. So we're going to start with that. And then that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go up there and we're going to create a secondary storage. So let's go and work on that. Let's grab some more of these bars. Meanwhile, it's making a ton of stuff up there. And you know what? Let's just take all of those. And how are we doing over here? Speaking of making those, seems like this is off. Uh-oh. Did I dismantle one of the main power sources? No, that's green there. Sometimes what happens when you take a power out, it disconnects the power from everywhere else. So we got to watch out for that. Let's get some wire out of here. What else do we need? Some concrete. I keep a little bit of resources laying around in case I need stuff. So let's go ahead and just make sure we tie it over here. And then one of these over here that we just took out. Oh, ran out of resource again. Oh, more wire. It's always something. I mean, I got tons of everything, but I'm always out of something when I'm trying to run stuff. Let's run into that. There's something definitely causing this not to work. Says no power. See, it says no power to this. I might have disconnected its power. See, it's getting power there. Back chaining from there. Ah, see? the whole power down there got disconnected from the rest of the line. So I had to go in and reconnect those powers. Makes me want to redo all my power too, which we will. There we go. Again, knowing what the problem is and backtracking the problem and understanding what the different colors mean. If it's red, that means it has no power. If it's yellow, it has no resources. And if it's green, that means it's working fine. Very, very fun. Is Chad dead something? Nobody talking. Yeah, a lot of people come in and they thought your Twitch was broken. Yeah, it's totally a fun game. Yeah, I might chat about this time. I've been streaming for about 4 or 5 hours. Chat gets a bit slow. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning for a lot of people watching in my channel. But it does happen. Feel free to come in and say hello. Cool stream. Thank you so much. Looks like a fun game. It is totally a fun game. Getting lots of love from the homepage right now, from the recommended tab. Thank you so much to Twitch for that massive love here in my stream. Always appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, having a good time. So we're going to go ahead and keep feeding all of these in here. Okay, we're going to the upstairs, what we're doing. We want to make a bunch more up there. So let's say make 6 more up there. We got enough for that? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Oh, this one. I like using the conveyors. They make you go nice and fast up and down. Again, look at all these resources coming out of here. Again, I feel like we can do this way better. So what we're going to do, tear it all apart. Because that's part of the fun. Taking this all out of here. And we'll optimize all of this. Feel it's not at its optimal thing right now. I'm going to take all this out, take all this out. There we go. I really love this idea where you run just a little bit extra. I saw this on their Twitter page where you run a little bit extra and then you can see what's in that container. That's a real smart idea. Really, really smart. All right, so there we go. Oh, we're filling up again. All right, I got these personal boxes all over the place because you fill up very quickly with tons of resources when you're picking stuff up. Like in this case, look at all that. Look at all that wire we got going. Lots and lots of wire that we're going to need to micromanage. All right, store all. And same thing over here. Take all. Just store all of that. Oh, we're already full. All right, we'll take this out. Make a bunch more. And we'll sort all that stuff later. This is clear, yep. And we'll take that one out. Okay. Take this out over here. That's where you put one there, but oh well. And now we'll go ahead and put our industrial storage if we can. Oh, we got to get our stuff back out. Most likely in this one. There we go. Now this one's going to be going the other way. There we go. And again here. Alright, very nice. Now we need to do our connections here. And that is, I believe, now at... did I set that one to... Where do I have our conveyors at now? I believe this is the second conveyor. Which is our 120s now. So it's coming out of there at 120. We might even want to go to our higher one here, which is our 270. But we need some steel beams. See if we got some extra steel beams laying around. I thought I saw some. Maybe I missed them. Must be in those other boxes. Yeah, it's probably in the other boxes. Alright, and then we'll again take this out. We might end up with a ton of stuff on us. Yep, tons of wire there. What's in this one? Tons more wire. Again, it gets very, very overwhelming with way too much stuff on you. Some plates there. Oh, and I forgot my beams. Okay. Now something else we can do while we're waiting here, we've got these 120s going there, is to try to hunt down some of these extra steel beams. And what I want to do also is be able to feed this back into the system, right? Feed all this extra loot that I've got sitting around back into the system so that it's being used properly instead of just sitting around some boxes somewhere. It should be being able to reintroduce it into there, which then it could burn up those resources and then use the other sources. So I just don't have a ton of extra resources laying around that are not being utilized. And that's one of the things that really drives me crazy about these types of games, is that when you have a ton of extra resources laying around that are just being inefficiently not used. All right, so what we can do here too is, oh, well, we're gonna get those steel things. Get sidetracked. One of the things we're going to do is re-put that stuff back in there so it can be utilized later. All right, right here you can see we've got some conveyors going through there, and this is making those, and those are going into here, and then those are going into there. But way over here, this is making these, and these are coming out into our item over here, right? Coming out as these. But what we really want to do is we want to grab some of these and actually just run them into a container, or we can snag them before they go in there, like whoop, like that, and use some of these for our higher level conveyors. Again, what does it take for one? It takes one. All right. And we really need to produce some of these separately, right? To just produce a bunch of these steel beams so that we can make conveyors with those steel beams. So you have your first level items, which are for your 60. Then you have your next level items, which are for your 120 speed conveyors. And then now we're to the level where we're doing our third level conveyors. And we could be producing a lot more than these, and then producing them also way more efficiently. And we're going to be working on that a bit until I run out of time. And then we'll be back again on Friday night doing some more. Whee! Before it goes in there. Whoop, got it. Nailed it. All right. So now that we can do the higher level conveyors, I feel like you want to have your fastest conveyors between your containers, right? So to go from down here to up there to the other container should be as fast as it possibly could be at this point, because this way it'll fill those containers as quickly as possible and transfer them between one container and another. So right here, there's a lift here. That's working away there. There's a lift here that we want to take out. This is a Mark II lift, and we want to use the Mark III lift here so that it is lifting it as quickly as possible. Oh, wow. Okay, it's for everything we need another one. Oh, okay. Okay, so it looks like what we need to do is we need to stop manufacturing of this other stuff. And we need to get just to the manufacturing of these items. So let's go ahead and do a little trickery here. Let's go ahead to see, what's this producing again? This is producing the bars. And then all the bars are being recombined down here. Let's take out the concrete. Let's take this out. And that out. And we'll grab this container and all the stuff that's in that container. We'll take this container. We'll turn it around the other way. Just kind of set it back in its spot for now. And then what we're going to do is take this out. We're going to run this into there. Alright, and I know that it's also splitting and going that way. Oops, that's coming in that way. That's coming in. That's a merger. Hold on, let's bring that back in. Let that merge. Yeah, because this was splitting and going that way. All right, so we're just basically going to, so that we can do these conveyors and whatnot, we're going to run all of our bars into this container right here. So while we're doing something else, it's just going to keep running these bars in here, and we'll come back and grab them to upgrade our stuff. Again, a lot of logistics, but a lot of fun. This definitely is a fun game. I have become recently addicted to it. It is very, very fun. It's awesome to figure out the mechanics of it all. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and put this in here. There we go. Now we're going to have enough to lift that up to the other level. Now, I find it's very hard to see whether you had done it at the right level down here until you go up there and take a look. So let's go up there. Whee! Get on this conveyor. Whoa, whoa. Woo, that was fun. Try to hop our way around. Get up here and take a look. Definitely looks like it is not quite at the level. Maybe. Let's jump down there and look. Maybe it's at the low level of the bottom one. Whoa, hello. Oh yeah. Look at it go. That's cranking. That's 120. Take that out. And let's do the 270, right? Yeah. yeah. That's a 270 right there. So that's cranking out of there. Look at it go. Look at it go. So this is 270 coming up and 270 going into this container. And look at it fill up like crazy, right? Very, very cool. So we increase the speed of our production. And that's what we're trying to do in the long run anyway. Maximizing our speed. Something over the top of me here. Whee. Oh man, getting out of here is going to be rough. Let's go this way. What if I could make it down to there? YOLO! Let's find out. The answer is yes. Alright. Righty. Okay. So now we've upgraded all of these. You saw me upgrade a bit up there. We're going to just keep on keeping on with our upgrades. And we're going to re-centralize everything. We're going to work again on our base components and whatnot. And our base stuff over here. Alright, so we got it pumping in here, and then it's probably pumping across into here, or do we have the bridge? We do have a bridge. Okay, we'll take that out. And then now we're going to take that and make that 270. Boom! And that's going to fill this one up. So we have this big container, 48, 48, and then 48 down below. So those are all going to tie together. Well, let's take out all of these containers. Over here, which I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to hold all of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's store all of that. Store all of this. All right, now we want to also kind of help it out by putting all the wire back in there again. We're going to hold down Control whenever we drag the wire out, and it's going to grab all the wire at once. Just making it easier. Like this. Like it wants to. There it goes. And then we can literally just grab it again, drag it all in there, or we're going to do the store all. Just makes it easier to grab just the item that you need out of there. Of course, once this one fills, it'll then start filling the one before that one, backfilling this one, and so on. Look, this one's already full. So now it's going to backfill all of this over here. All right, very cool. Red Bar TV coming in. Welcome. Thank you so much for that awesome host. We're getting raided, everybody. Getting that raid love, that host love up in here. Appreciate it. Is it possible to upgrade the conveyor lift like the conveyor? I just did that. That's why they call me Kismet. I did it without even looking at the chat. What I mean is building the higher MK without deleting the old one. I know you can simply upgrade the conveyors, that technique, but I haven't played since the lifts were released. I have tried to just upgrade it. For some reason, mine does not work. I've had people come in the stream and say that you can do that. If you know a technique on how to do that and it works, I am all for it. Like, see, maybe today's the day. Maybe today's the day. So if I go conveyor and I want to upgrade it, you should, in theory, be able to go over it. But right now, I don't have enough steel beams. But in theory, you should be able to do it to conveyors. You should be able to do it to all of the stuff. But for some reason, it wasn't working for me the other day. But that doesn't mean it's not working today. We'll try it. I'm always down for retrying stuff. We gotta do a little jukesing around in here. Like so. Oh, we got 77 now. Nice, nice, nice. We're gonna get that going. So we're doing some upgrades of our place, and I feel like I'm gonna tear this whole thing down and redo it, because we're at the kind of level 3 now, where we can move stuff a lot faster, and we have bigger containers and all of that. And I could be making those even more. All right, so let's try it. Let's try it again. We're gonna go in. We're gonna click this. We're gonna click on this. It is working today. It is working. Yay! Yay! I haven't tried it since a couple patches ago. So awesome. Awesome. So there we go. It's working. I like it. I like it when it works. Great reminder. I appreciate the reminder on that too. Let's go. What else are we going to do? Storage. Put our industrial storage back in. What do we need? We need pipes and... oh, we need all of our other stuff. We need our other stuff, which we've got over here. Oh, we got all these. Let's store all that. Sort it. Oh, not that. I could go into one of these. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Now the cool thing is, when you attach those things there, they actually attach. If you attach to the bottom part actually attaches directly to the thing. No, wait a minute. I just thought of a better idea. Hold on, everybody. Better idea. Let's do a better idea. Let's go. I like better ideas. Let's go ahead and store all of that. I'm going to grab all of this. I just thought of a way better way of doing this. All right, hold on. We're going to need a lot of room, though. Store all this loot I'm getting. Grab all. Ooh, that's a lot of loot. All right. Better idea. Let's take this out. Take that out. Now we got the container right down here, right? So I'm thinking even better idea is to make a smaller container, or smaller lift that takes less space, by simply taking this and putting this directly on top of it, because it's double-sided, right? So you can either take it out of the top or the bottom. So there's no reason for me to lift it that far and then run it in. I could literally just lift it and run it to the next one, or even conveyor belt it if I wanted to. But I can lift it from the top of one to the bottom of the other, and then it would lift its way up here, and I could literally stack it 3 high, and that would be a more efficient way of moving it up and down than to run it up the long conveyor, because it would literally just come up and bam into the other one. So that's a much better way of doing it, and that's the way we're going to do it now. So, but I do like the upgrade idea. That was very cool to try that out again. And we will try that in a future on our conveyors. But we're going to improve upon our original design. There we go. All right, so that one's coming in that way. And we want this to come out this way. There we go. So that's going in, and this is coming up. There we go. And I feel like we want to do these 3 high now, right? Yeah. Let's get the 3 highs going on. The 3 high. All right. I need a bigger personal inventory is what I need. We'll get to it. We'll get around to it. Where did all my stuff go? There it is. All right. Again, my favorite thing is the fact that you have... which way do I want this to go? That way. But you'd only have I gotta just bring it out and split it. Alright, we'll just put it that way. Alright, so that's a much better way of doing it, much more efficient to double feed that up. Then we run it all over, and then the top container is going to be the finished goods that come from the wire, that come from the concrete, that come from whatever it is. It'll be like you got first level, you got 2 canisters of first level, and then you got the next level of whatever you use to combine those with other things. In fact, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, we're gonna go with that. Let's go back down. If we need a down over here, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a conveyor down here. What do we need? We need our metal right here. We're gonna go ahead and just run ourselves a conveyor down here. Oh, we don't have any of our other stuff. We need our poles. We need our thing. There we go. There's a bunch of it. All right, take 2. Conveyor pole. Make a conveyor pole down there, and then you just run it kind of where you're at as best you can. And if it won't let you run it, then you go the opposite direction. Like that. And then that's going to take us down there. Whee! It's very fun. Every time. Alright, so improving, instead of making this really long like that and burning all of our resources, we'll literally just have it go up 1. Like that. Oh, if I did it the right way. Nope, I didn't. We'll literally have it go up 1. There we go. And then also, if you notice, we no longer need the, because it's now aligned, the other ones weren't aligned. They were kind of offset a little bit from each other. But since these are aligned, it's really going to just grab it and put it right in the other one, and I don't need another conveyor. So that means that this is just going to go at maximum speed, which is another great upgrade, right? So now it's going to pull all of these and run them up into that one in maximum speed. Also, I can use the ladders on the side now, too, to get up and down and get around wherever I need to go, which is kind of fun. Another way of doing it. Got to go in the direction that you want to go. Whee! Up and down right there. Okay, cool. So now those are feeding up into this second one. I feel like we want to grab, again, all of this stuff. We'll store all. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Grab all that stuff. We'll sort it. Grab all this. Micromanage all this stuff. Whew, that's a lot of loot. There we go. Can't quite put that in there because it's going to be blocked. Can't put it there because that area is blocked. I need to move these up. Yep, tons of loot still there. Alright. Try to find one that's empty. There we go. Store. Like I said, very easily get overwhelmed with resources. You can see we got other resources down there. Okay. So I feel like another thing we want to do, because it doesn't quite line up and we've got which is obstructed, is we want to move it forward. So before we get too far into making everything, we want to make sure that we have it where we can better align this. So let's move it forward and work with that. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Red Bear? Playing some 76. There you go. Hope you guys are having a great stream. I am. I'm totally addicted to this game. It's Satisfactory. Very, very fun game. I enjoy it a lot. It's in early access right now. Finally figured out Fallout 76 hit level 52, but having a great stream, and I'll chat soon. I'll work tomorrow. Night, everyone. Night, Redbeard. You have to take it easy, man. Thanks for bringing your community into mine. Welcome, everybody. My name is Kismet. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm a partner streamer as well. Purple check mark right up there. I do play a lot of various games. I'm probably most known for Fallout. They call me the Wasteland Tycoon because I make millions, billions, even trillions of caps in Fallout. Love me some Fallout 76. I have played it since it launched and never stopped playing it. I played it earlier. We were launching some nukes. We launched a couple nukes, as a matter of fact, on the Scorched Beast Queen. A lot of fun. And now what we're doing is we're trying to figure out this factory. And this is a really, really fun game. I've had this game for a little bit. I did get a code from the peeps over there to try it out, and I am enjoying it greatly. This is my type of game. Oh, there's some loot down there. There's some loot down there that we need to get. Let's get it on out of there. Get it on out of there so it isn't blocking us. Come here, loot. There you are. Alright. Might be just a little bit of loot, too. But, now, eventually we'll fix this, by the way, so it's more like a factory as opposed to just being floating. But right now, a lot of times you're just experimenting with stuff, and you're just saying, okay, what if I do this? What if I do that? And how about if I make this like this? That kind of thing. Like right now, I feel like maybe we should put this storage back even further. Because it's kind of close to my thing there. And what it does is I run into a problem of where this level up here, it makes it hard for me to micromanage it here. I think that might be too far. I'm thinking right here up against this edge would be awesome. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and build it somewhere about there. Well, I guess we're going down. Oh, we made it. We didn't get injured. All right, awesome. Oh, I'm using these big ones too. Hold on, I gotta take that out. I forgot to change that back. I want to change that back. Oh, I'll change that back to this. We'll hit 5. That'll make it a hotkey in my hotkey bar there. Oh, wait, not even. No, we're using the real skinny ones. All right, get the 5s. Super skinny ones here. There we go. And I want to go ahead and figure out how to put that in there so it lifts along with this. All right, and we're right next to it. Yeah, there we go. Then that's going to be able to come out of there and be right next to the rest of the area there. So I can also run up and use the container as well. Now, also what it's going to do, too, is give us a ladder to get up to that other level, which is going to be super useful. All right, and we'll go ahead and take this one out. And fill this up with loot a little bit. And then we'll put this one in there. And, oh, I turned my sound off. There we go. And then... Oh, that's not the way I want to go. And then we're going to combine... What's that saying going on? I must have this backwards. I have it backwards. That is a surprise to nobody. Thanks for the follow, everybody. Let's see who's coming in. We got Etch Resna coming in, following my channel. Thank you so much. And Gorman coming in, following as well. Uber Cool Chicken. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Gimbo, we got tons of peeps coming in. Thanks so much for the follows. Appreciate that. Thanks for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. I had that backwards. I got to go this way. And then we're going to run it up to this one. That's going to go in the opposite direction. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to feed that in there. Just so. Bam-a-rooney. If you do it just right, again, now we only have that one that's feeding from one to another. We're using the 3s now. We have tons of stuff we can stick in there now. So let's grab all of this. Let's put this back out of there. We can get all of this nicely organized together once again. I'm going to put in the bottom one, and what's going to do is just start pulling that out of there at 270, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. And now we've used a lot less resources. It's a lot more efficient, and it has a larger storage. So instead of having 4 of the other ones, I have 2 of these, and they can all be in one little thing. So it's just nice. Very nice. So this is going to do a double storage of that, so literally I'll have a crazy ton of that. And I was making so much before that it basically becomes very, very overwhelming, the amount of resources that are going in there. Let's go ahead and run back up again. Yes, I do too. I love the fact that it has 2 inputs and outputs. It does help a lot, especially you can just have it automatically split. You can have it coming out at 270 in one direction and 270 in the other direction, or 120 or 60 or whatever. So it's basically acts as a splitter, which is very nice. Instead of doing this kind of more complex splitting, which is what I'm doing here, where you got to kind of figure out the math, or if you're coming out at 120, then you have to go and split it into 60. Then you split the 60 into 30s, and then the 30 splits into 15. And that's really what's going on right here. Comes out 120, splits into 60 and 60, goes in here, that splits it into 30 and 30, and then it splits it into 15 and 15. And you're like, Kismet, what are you talking about? Well, if you have 120 bars coming out of there, it's going to take the 120 bars, and it's going to send 60 bars this way and 60 bars that way. And then say you're going down this one now, the 60 bar conveyor. Then it goes into a splitter and it says 30 bars this way and 30 bars that way. And then as those 30 bars go into this one, then this one splits it in half again into 15 bars and 15 bars. Now the reason why you do that again is the fact that this thing can only accept it at 15 bars per second, so, or 15 bars per minute. So if you have it coming out at 30 bars per minute going into here, it's just going to overwhelm the machine and backlog your conveyor, which makes it very inefficient. I like it to be 100% efficient if I can. And I find that this way is great way to control it. But an even better way to do it is to control it through your storages, where you have it going into the storage as quick as possible, and then you're controlling the output speed to manage the efficiency of all of your stuff. Now, if you have so much stuff being produced, you need to be doubling and tripling and quadrupling and just keep building and building and building, so that you can build the low-level stuff, mid-level stuff, higher level stuff, and higher level and higher level and higher level. So it just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking your resources to that really high level. So you're using the really high level stuff like we are now, well, semi-high level stuff that we are now, like the larger containers, the larger things. Now the cool thing is, if I wanted to pull some of it out of there from down below, I could as well, because this has an input now on the below level and the above level, which is what I just thought. I was like, wow, it's much better if I just stack them, because I'll have an input and a output on both levels at the same time, because I need to use it down below later on, which is very nice. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go ahead and make sure we get all of this out of here. I feel like we can get all this out of here and get it all recombined. Now we're gonna have to do this for all of our resources, because I have just an insane amount. But I like the fact that I've got a lot more thing. Oh, come on, why are you not working here? Control. Work with me. There we go. Give it an extra second. That's just to take all there. I like the fact that you can store more and get this going. Now, of course, I could get really insane. You know, I could make, 12 of these boxes and just make so much wire that it'd be out of control, right? Because it actually would backlog the wire. Wire is just, it just started to overwhelm my production. Okay, we're out now. Now, another cool thing, watch, I can jump down, get a hold of this, and use that to get down, which is pretty cool. And we'll put all that in there, and now we're getting somewhere. Now here it stopped. That's because that top one's full now. So I literally got 48 times 2, so let's round it up to 50. So that's 100 times 100. Or wait, it'd be 50. It'd be 100 stacks of 100, roughly. So you figure out the math beyond that. You get the general idea. All right, take all that, store all that, kind of combine all of this stuff together. There we go. I got so much resources laying all over the place, and still have all that stuff from the copper that we did over there that we'll redo, and all of that. I love doing this part. This part where you're adjusting the efficiency of all your stuff. Very, very fun. All right, same thing over here. We're about to make a big old mess. All right, let's go. We're going to take all of this out. And we're going to take that container out. All right, well, strangely enough, we did not have 50,000 tons of stuff. That concrete in there. Because we already pulled a lot of that out of there. And now we're just going to rinse and repeat. Right? We already got it figured out. That's the hardest part. Getting it figured out what you want to do. So we're going to input it on this side. So it's coming in from our manufacturing, our cement manufacturing, our copper manufacturing. We're going to put it on this side, and we're going to feed it into our central containers, which are then going to feed their way up here to the second level, which we're then going to feed it into all of our machines. And we're going to make multiple machines that go along with that, because now we can feed it faster. We can make more resources and so on. All right, and this is going to be our wire here, our copper wire. I could switch this if I wanted to. I could make this one copper wire, and this, you know what? I kind of feel like doing that. Come on, let's do a switcheroony. There we go. Let's do a switcheroo. Now here's a really easy way to do it. Take all, store all. That's a really nice fast way of doing that. Bam, there we go. And then over here, take all. Oh, see, it's running it from down below now. From the one down here. We maybe get it down there. Now, can't quite reach it from here. That is a bit of a bummer. Very close. Very, very close. All right, take all. Get on up there. And then we got that one stored. A ladder on this side too. Oh, how convenient. And then store all. And then same thing over here. I don't think we have enough resources on us to do it, but we'll see. We do. Oh, no, we don't. We need 6. Okay. Again, instead of using 19 steel beams, not that it really matters. I mean, I've got so much resources and I can produce so much resources that it doesn't really matter, but it matters to me. That's the person it should matter to. It should matter to you if you are using a certain amount of resources. And that's how I like to play. I'm like, okay, how can I make this the maximum efficient, right? Or especially if I aim it in the right direction. How can I make this the maximum efficient using the least amount of resources? I keep forgetting to turn it. Get over on this side. There we go. Okay. Hell. All right. We're up. And we're rolling. All right. So, let's see if we got any more wire in here. I'm sure we do. Somewhere. Oh, that one's empty. There it is. Come on, little wire. There we go. Okay. Just when you thought we were out of wire. More wire, and we can put in both of those things. All right. Check the top one again. Oh, yeah. See, we don't even need to produce wire at this point because I'm not even using wire on really anything right now. But we did switch those around, so that's fun. So we'll go ahead and put this over here, and we'll use up this wire later on. Store all of that. All right, now we're going to switch to this. Micromanaging resources. What would be nice in this game would be signs. You can put a sign on the side of it, or you can just, it has like a sign at the top that you can change that says copper wire, right? That would be awesome. That would be amazing. Just throwing it out in the universe. All right. There it is. All right. Feel like we're doing some good work today. Squirrel. All right, I can tell you I probably got some more laying around here somewhere. And in you go. There we go. All right. Now we can take this out. Take all there. Take all. Store all. What else? Take this out of here. Take this one out. Take that one out. Alright. Now we consolidated it down a bit. We'll take all these resources. And we're going to try to basically combine all these random resources we have laying around into our place here. Little wire. This one we'll take out. Take all. All right. Okay, so we got those two done. Now we're moving on to our concrete. Let's go ahead and get our stuff that we're going to need. Now that we consolidated it down, sort it out. Let's keep on keeping on. I like the fact that I love efficiency and satisfactory. The only place where I use the overflow system is at the power production. Yeah, it is possible to stack the personal storage container. Would have saved some space. Yeah, I don't. I feel that's kind of awkward when you have two of them on top of each other to try to tag them. But you could definitely go in and try to stack these ones together. These ones here don't stack, I don't think. You're talking about this personal storage, right? The personal storage box as opposed to this storage box. Yeah, I guess that would be okay if they stacked. You know what that'd be kind of like? It'd be kind of like, you know, when you go to the hardware store where you have like your toolbox, which you have your small toolbox, or you have one of those big, gigantic, like Craftsman toolboxes. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe they need to have like a small toolbox and a Craftsman toolbox. I can add that. There we go. Little suggestion. To add in there. Alright, so again, this is coming in from this side. I love the fact you can make it from far away, too. That's just too cool. Let's take this out of here. And also that. Oh, this is way more efficient. Way more efficient, see? So I don't have to do conveyors between this, that, and the other thing. I can just take all that stuff out. I'm good to go. I always kind of look at my inventory and see if it's full. If it's full, there might be a box up there somewhere that I might need to get the resources from. Speaking of resources, I'm going to actually put this over here for the resources that I'm currently working on. So I can just drag just the concrete out. See, that to make it easier. Alright, and I think, well, I think that's it. I think we're just going to go down the bottom here. I think actually I can just jump down from that level. There we go. Same thing over here. Oh, forgot my plates. Let's see if we got some down here. Nope. Bye-bye. I love to keep combining all of this stuff. I find that's awesome. Oh, we got a ton of these plates over there now. I bet you it's over there cranking those babies out. Here we go. All right. And we're going to make some more stuff down here. All right, now I'm going to take this one out. That one's now in my way. A conveyor. Those are made to do that. Those are made to do just that kind of cross. That's awesome. I'm loving that. What's in these big containers down here? Nothing. This was just me experimenting with them. Alright, all of this out. That's just me fooling around with them. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Much more efficient way of doing that. Hopefully I put these in the right direction. It's interesting when you pull up a storage container, it shows you the inputs and outputs of the other storage containers. That's what I wanted all to be piped from over here and run into here. So this is where we want to put it. Can't remember how many else of these we had. Take that one out. This is lifting its way up there. Let's take that out. Take this out. Alright, so our bars production is coming from this side. That's our bars production. So before, what we did is we ran our bars production around the other side, and then we fed it up. Like these. I probably want to leave it like that just to make it easier for me to get an idea how it's going. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of resources here in a second. Decisions. Come on, there we go. Oh. Put my concrete away. I always find it's like you have a bazillion tons of resources, but you're always looking for something. There we go. What that's going to do is show us what we got in each one. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put concrete back in there. Actually, let's store all of this. Take this out. Grab this. Take all. And store all. There we go. Definitely need to get our concrete production back up and running. And then, let's see what we got up in here. Alright. Oh, nothing really. Nothing up in that one. Oh, yeah. Tons in that one, though. Let's store all of that and take this out. That over there. So this is plates here. I'm trying to take it out without it giving me more loot that I can't do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Store all that. all that out of there. Throw all that. There we go. I think these are going to be bars. Yep, take all. And over here we have those. And we'll get some plates. Just going to step these away from each other so we know they're separate. Put that in there for when we need it. Now this was bars. Take that out. This one's probably full of bars. Yep. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. We are getting to the somewheres. Just consolidating resources at this point. Come on, you. There we go. Alright, and let's see. What do we got up here? This is this stuff. Hold on. We'll put this in our kind of temporary stuff. Look, I got more boxes over here to deal with. Yeah, those are those. Another one for that. Over here. I'll store all of those. More concrete. More concrete. That's an easy one. Take it and put it right in here. Bam. And this out, these out, that in. Alright. And over here we've got poles, rods. Those are the squares. These are these. These over here are iron plates. There we go. Now they're all hundreds. And we'll just store all that as our usable stuff. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Take all that. And we'll make another one. Alright, that one's going that way, and we want it to come back this way. That one can be, those will be our iron plates. There we go. Yeah, this is like reworking the whole thing, reimagining it. Reimagining it. Alright. And the reason why you want to use these containers versus your personal storage, obviously, is so that it can feed it through the conveyor lines. That is very, very handy. Alright, take all. So if you have one that you can just drop stuff into, like this, store all, take all, store all, take all, it's a lot easier to micromanage. Alright, so that's that, and then we need bars here at the end. Now, since the bars are coming from this side, I kind of feel like I want to feed it the other way. But, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Good question. So I'm centering my whole base around the storage. I felt that that's kind of like the central thing you'll want to do. So you have stuff coming in and out and up and down and left and right from the different storages as well. So, because I could double feed this the other way up on the top. I could turn the whole thing around the other way for this, feeding those bars in there. Good question. Good question. Of course, I could just have it feeding up, combining and then feeding up and over and back. Questions. Hey, Metal Pizza, what's up? Thanks for being here in the stream. Peeps are all using their noggins right now, trying to figure out what the heck Kismet is doing up in here. Incredibly fun game. It does require a bit of mental concentration sometimes. To try to decide what you want to do with what you want to do. I didn't get my stuff back. Take all. Alright. You know what? I kind of feel like we should stay with what works, right? Stay with what works. And this has been working. So let's stay with that. Okay. I'm just reworking all of my production here so it's more efficient. How are we doing on time? I might have to take a quick break here. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Down there. There we go. Alright, it's going to be cranking in there. Okay, that's all bars. Get our bars out of here. Oops. Yeah, take off. Just the bars. There we go. Over here, more bars. Alright. Door all. Take all. Door all. Oh, so much I can't even put them in there. Alright, I've got to go down the bottom one. Door all. Alright, cool. So, I feel like we want to move all of this production a bit further away from here. And then we could run that around and all of this. So we're going to probably tear all that down too. One thing leads to another, as they say in that song. One thing leads to another. Such is the way it goes. How you doing? Hey, Fire Dream, what's up? Thanks for being here. Hi, Chad. Morning, Kismet. Hey, Slimus, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you in the stream again. We are doing some fun micromanaging using the larger containers now. Because I get so overwhelmed with massive amount of resources. We want to burn these resources up just as fast as we're making them. So we're going to go ahead and get in here and get it done. Get it done, get it done. And I'm also feeling like maybe I just want to put it all in a row. Maybe I want to take it from up there, and just put it down here and build a big old thing here and just have it in a nice big row. Oh man, decisions. I felt like it was working pretty good down here. We're just all feeding the base resources into there, lifting up to the next level, and then we have basically... So the one level up from here, if you think about it, just gives you an unlimited size, right? Other than where the where these things are, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kismet just had another idea. Uh-oh. That's what I want to do. Yep. Okay. Here's the idea. Now see how tall these are? These are going to be in my way. Now, when I'm trying to expand my base or flatten my base out, I'm going to constantly run into these. So, because I have it stacked like that now, I could, in theory, stack those 3 high. And that would give me 3 of those to have a backlog of materials all the way up. So I could stack it and then restack it again. But if I do that... how am I going to do the resources? I could still bring them in this way, but the resources would come out on the other side. So I could just move the manufacturing to the other side. That's what I could do. I could just instead of having it on that side, I put it on this side. But if you think about it, if you're able to go higher than your drills, then you have unlimited space in all directions until you run into like a mountain or you run into the edge of the world. You literally have an unlimited amount of space until your game lags out too. Like I could go all the way to that mountain right there and just have a massive space. And I could do it all linearly, flat, or I could do it multi-stacked, multi-leveled. There would be nothing that would obscure me from doing that other than my thing, which I would then move up to that level and then have everything feeding into it via these containers. That's exactly what I feel like I need to do. So where should I centralize my base, though? That's the question. Should I centralize it by this, or should I centralize it out here? See, I mean, you could do this 1,000 different ways. It would still work. It would still be efficient, depending on how you did it. It's just fantastic. Is there French people? I'm French. I am not French. I think there's probably some people who speak French or are from France in here somewhere. I have had people from all over the world come into my stream. I've had people come in and start talking to me in French, both in real life and in game, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but French is a beautiful language. Very, very wonderful. You're always welcome in my stream. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you look like. I don't care your background, any of that kind of stuff. Just care about how you treat people. You treat people with respect. You're in the right place. You're welcome to come in anytime at all. Yeah, I feel like that's what I got to do, so that means I got to tear all that down. I got to do that. That's what I got to do. I got to get this down here to have its own massive amount of manufacturing that leads to this, and I feel like I want it to be right here next to this thing. All right, because I could then feed it up right here. So bye-bye, hub. Boop. Later, bro. All right, so let's just test that out, right? I'm going to do a lot of testing today. A lot of testing on what I want. It's really about what you want, right? What you want your base to look like, what you want it to end up as. It kind of gets to that point where it's like, I would rather have this do this, right? So let's see if there's any stuff in these bottom ones here. Which one of these does not have any stuff in it? This one. Well, let's just dismantle this one. We'll give this a test. So this right here is my concrete. That's going over there. I don't know. That's a pretty good central spot. Maybe it could move further this way. So I have more space between all of my stuff. All right. You want to have a little bit of space between your manufacturing and your storage so that you have room to move around yourself, that you can... Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something else. I don't have to feed this at the bottom anymore. I can feed it all at the top so there's nothing at this level so I can run around nice and easy. Right, so when I'm feeding this in here, when this is coming out of this manufacturing over here, it doesn't need to feed out right there. Right? I can literally just feed it out of there. Oh, if I had the stuff. I could feed out the conveyor belt and just run it into the upper level, and it would feed into the same thing. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, I can feed it at an upper level, make it easier for me to do that. But I feel like maybe... Because this is going pretty good over here. I don't think I even need to mess with this. This is doing lots of this. We've got this boosted. I don't think I need to touch this. This is going to make metal plates until the day is long. So we got this going at 120. This is an impure node, so it's not like the best node. But it's still going at 120, and all of this is split properly, and all of this is working at 100% efficiency. So nothing we need to do there. I just feel like we need to move this stuff over. Take those larger ones out. Because concrete is like the easiest thing, right? It comes out of the concrete thing, it runs into this, it makes it concrete, and then you run it into a storage, right? Ain't nothing too complex about that one. So we could literally move this here. But then again, you have all this open space over on this side. I don't need that much space. Maybe one central line here for power. And maybe move it forward by one. Kind of feeling like maybe I could even move it over this way and run it directly out of here. Maybe this will be my starting one right there. There, I need the higher stuff for that. So that could literally come out of there, stack 3 high, and that would be super efficient. Who says they all have to stack right next to each other? Why do I have to stack them right next to each other? Now I'm thinking of that. I've already got the manufacturing right here. Why not put it right here and stack that 3 high? And then this is where the plates come out and go up to the next level. This is where the concrete comes out and goes to the next level. And I can do all the concrete stuff on that side. I can do all the plate stuff here, and I can run it wherever I need it to go. But it doesn't necessarily have to be centralized. And then over here, I've got my poles being made. I don't even need to run it that far. And over here, I've got a whole bunch of other manufacturing that I could take up a whole nother level. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So how high up does it need to be to clear this right here? That's the question. Let's figure it out by making some walls. Let's go. So we'll make some walls. I'm thinking about 4. Where'd that concrete go? It might be this one. Nope. Those are plates. Plates. Oh! The heck was that? Oh, my thing switched. Why it does that sometimes. Sometimes it thinks my PS4 is coming on. Alright, that like freaked out my thing. There we go. It freaked it out. There it is. It's trolling me right when I got it. Alright, concrete. Oh, nah. I need iron plate. That's too funny. Too funny. He was trying to tell me, Kismet, you need some iron plate, bro. Now, don't tell me. This is part of the fun. Part of the fun is figuring it out. Part of the fun is figuring it out along the way. So there you go. I love watching the wheels turn in Kismet's head. It's just so cool to watch the ideas flow. Yeah, that's what my stream's all about. Is this why I'm talking about? I'm not necessarily asking. I'm just kind of talking about what I'm thinking about, how I solve problems. And I find that is probably the thing of my thing. Uh-oh. Here's the thing you need to know about earthquakes. No one can actually predict earthquakes. I mean, you can get an idea of when they possibly could happen. But the one thing that I've learned about it is that nobody truly knows. But they have an idea, a rough idea. If you need to seek shelter, that's what you need to do. First thing I would do, food, water. Make sure you've got that set to go. Make sure you have a place to go in case of emergencies, right? That you have contact numbers, friends numbers, things like that. You should have that in your wallet. You should have that with you. You should have emergency lighting. You should have all of that stuff. If you think it's going to be a massive earthquake, you should have yourself an earthquake kit. And if you're like, well, you know what? It's not worth my time. Make sure you got, wind-up radio is another great one. This should be basic stuff. I hope that your parents have taught you this. This is basic stuff. I have all of these things, even though I'm in East Tennessee, but it does have earthquakes here, tornadoes, and all that stuff. First aid kit. You need to have all that stuff at the ready. Also, if you've got a neighbor's basement, when it comes to tornadoes, and you don't have a basement, you should talk to your neighbor. Is it okay if there's a tornado or alert if I use your basement? That kind of thing. Always good. Always too good. Always a good idea. Now, also another strange thing is coming into someone's stream and asking that question. Why, if you're really asking that question, if you are in an emergency situation, I would not be coming onto someone's stream and asking that question. The best thing to do is actually to reach out to your local government and resources. That would be the smarter choice, to reach out to them and say, hey, you know what, I'm looking, I'm a little afraid about this earthquake. What should I do? And they'll basically tell you exactly what I just told you. Make sure to know where to go, where a shelter is. Make sure to know to go to a safe place. Make sure to have relatives and other people that can help you in danger. All right? Those are some basic life lessons that I would worry about. But whenever anybody comes in and says that stuff in my stream, I'm a little like, are they trolling? Are they really real? That kind of stuff. Because people just come in my stream and do that. You haven't followed my stream. You haven't been in my stream before. This is your first time in my stream. So, is that a legit question, or is just someone coming in and just asking strange questions like that? Because that's a weird thing to walk into someone's stream and ask. So just, another little life lesson for you as well. But if you truly are afraid of earthquake potentially coming in your area, again, do all of those things. Of course, they're your life decisions. They're all on you. Make some good ones. Good luck. Good luck with that. All right. There you go. Not French, but Australian. We love the Aussies in here. Or Austrian. Austrian. That's different from Australian. We love the Aussies as well, but Austrian as well. Welcome, welcome. There you go. All right, what am I doing? Roofs. That's what I'm doing next. Can we put a roof 4 up? Oh, I think that's a W, everybody. That's a win right there. There we go. All right, now we can be above our thing here, so it's not obstructing our production. Oh, we're gonna be tearing a whole lot of stuff down. We're gonna be tearing a whole lot of stuff down and building a whole lot of stuff here. I'm probably not gonna have enough time to do all of this tonight, but we are gonna go to work here. We're gonna go to work and get this done. I feel like I want to redo all this power as well. Don't they have power upgrades? I would imagine they have power upgrades, because this 4-pole thing sucks. I want some more connections than just 4 poles. 4 wires on a pole. I mean, that makes you have a ton of poles, micromanage all those poles and how the power goes and all of that. I'm sure they do. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. We'll figure it out later. All right, we got a ton of stuff to tear down. We got a ton of stuff to put back together. I feel like, you know what we need? We need a lot of these little suckers here. I feel like we're about to go to town. Let's go to it. Best thing to do when you have a lot of stuff to do, put your head down and get it done, right? That's how you do it. That's how you get it done in life. So what we're going to do is we're going to gather up a bunch of this. Big time. Now, we got all this other stuff here from our hub. But I feel like we're going to go ahead. Oh, wait, that's a good idea, too. I can just keep my hub downstairs. There we go, in that nice open area there that we're about to create. We'll make this the central hub with my hub in the hub. You're like, Kismet, you're losing it, bro. You're getting delirious. Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little. All right, here we go, everybody. We're gonna do a lot of take all, store alls here. That's right. We're taking everything out of here. I'll try to keep this separate too. Oh, next one. Store all. All right. We're basically gonna redo what we did. Don't be afraid to tear down or redo everything that you do, right? I'm not in a big hurry. Like, hey, Kismet, get to the trains, bro. I want to see the trains. Nope. Take my time and do it the way I like to do it. right? Which is the old school way. You go, as you go, you learn the game mechanics, you understand a deep understanding, and you keep iterating. You keep making a better and better base, and better ideas for that base. And that's what we're going to do right now. Get that all out of there, including this up here. Take out these here. Bingo. Bingo. We'll restore that stuff there. And I feel like maybe we should put, yeah, let's go ahead and get this and this, and we'll put my main working stuff in that first one. There we go. Alright, and again, take this one out, that one out. Another thing we should do, let's make this smarter. Hold on, we're gonna make this whole layout here a bit smarter. So we're gonna say 3 of these is gonna be for our wires. Store that. And when we go over here and we take this out, boom, it'll give it to us, but also it'll leave a box. And then we'll run it way over here. There we go. Oh, why it didn't give us the resources? That's interesting. Maybe because we couldn't fit it all. Couldn't fit it all at once, so it didn't give us any of it. Store all. Take this out. Back and forth and back and forth. Oh, why don't we store the rest of it in the next one? There we go. This is going to take a bit. Oh, we're going to need more than that. We're going to need a lot more than that. There we go. Yeah, it's super odd. I mean, without asking new friends. Yeah, I know, right? Just coming into someone's Twitch stream randomly. I mean, if he's legit asking. But I find most people come in and that's their way of trolling, or that's their way of, causing panic or whatever. It's a very strange thing. I mean, if the person is truly in danger, then hey, seek shelter. You should. This is like basic stuff you should know. And if you don't know, you should ask your parents. You should ask your local government and all that stuff. That's why the government is there. By the way, they're there to service you. If you're working and you're paying taxes and you're doing all of that stuff, they're there because of you. Your money makes that work. So those services are there for you in an emergency. So don't feel bad to go in and say, hey, you know what? My house is damaged and I need these services to survive. I would not feel bad in a second because I've been paying it for 30 years. I've been paying taxes. That's a lot of money in. And there was a time in which I was making a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes. So don't feel bad about using those services, everybody. That's why they're there. Especially the services of knowledge, where you go in and say, hey, I need to know what to do if such and such happened, right? If an emergency happened, how would I do what I need to do? Where would I get water from? Where would I get food from? But you'd always have that stuff stocked up as well. Always have it stocked up. Have the bandages ready. Have a go-to person. If you get separated from your family, you should have a place that you would go if you did get separated from your family. Like my family has all, we know all the relatives and whatnot we would go to, or shelters that we would go to in an emergency. You should always have that in. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't have All the little ducks in a row, right? You're gonna have them ducks in a row, everybody. Ducks in a row for emergencies. Especially emergency contacts. If you get knocked unconscious, who's gonna come pick you up at a hospital? I mean, it's not a fun thing to think about, but it's an important life lesson you gotta learn. You gotta learn. I don't have any of these things, but I have a whole bunch of containers full of them over here. I'm liking this idea better over here. Oh, I forgot to take a break. I gotta take a break for a second. Talk to the wife. We'll come back and we'll do some more of this here in a minute, I think. Or maybe I'll have to go. We'll find out. Stealth Boy for a second. Talk amongst yourself about awesome things. Help each other, and I'll be right back. I turned the mute off. That also acted as a great way of walking around, stretching a little bit after a few hours of playing. Always a smart idea. Plus, you always want to be in great communication with your spouse and with your kids or family or relatives. The better communication you have, the better I find it is. But that's just me. That's just me. I find restarting can be efficient. You lose progress, but sometimes it's faster when you tear down and rebuild. This is something I need to do at my base, tear all the things down, and more efficient production lines and more advanced production. Yeah, I find that at certain segments while you're playing, you discover new stuff. Like in my case, I've discovered new stuff. I'm like, okay, this would be way more efficient now that I have these higher level pieces to do this in advance. Now, you could, in theory, just work your way all the way up to the highest level, tear everything down, and then build it the maximum efficient way once you get to that level. But I like to see the progress as I go, right? Like, okay, now that I've got to this level, I want to go ahead and tear all this down. Look, I can get my storage boxes from down here. Let's see, do I got stuff on me? Yeah. All right. I'm just going to put that there. Bam! I just dropped a bunch of stuff on my character over here. There we go. Bam. Bam. I feel like there was much stuff in either of those. Nope. Lucked out. Whole bunch of stuff here. And now I'm just making a big old mess, right? There's a bunch of stuff just scattered everywhere in all of these boxes. That will sort it out later. Alright, so we've got that fixed. And we literally just got to keep tearing down until we got it all down. I feel like all this need to come out as well. Yeah, lots of steel plates. We're just going to keep stacking it over here. It tells you how much resources we have, because we just have crazy tons. Probably a good idea to put all this together anyway, just to consolidate it into one place. Now the problem comes when you grab too much stuff and it overfills your deal here. I feel like we want to go up there. Oh, yeah, like that. Overfills your resources, how much you can hold. And this part takes a while. Now, I actually have played through several times and started over from scratch several times. Just so that I could try it more efficiently, try it a different way. And I feel like all of this stuff is working fine, right? All of this is fine. That doesn't need to be dismantled. All of my iron bars over here are working fine. Both of these are upgraded, and there's nothing really else I need to do to those. Maybe rewire out the power, some of this other stuff here a bit better. But other than that, I think it's perfectly fine. And if we go in and we adjust it to where it's lifting the materials a more efficient way, like if I ran this one around this way and combined it over here, because see, it's running that way. Now we could even redo this so it's not so, you know, I've got 4 going this way and 4 going that way. It might also be more advantageous to make them 8 across so that they come out, combine, and then straight up into the thing. So what we might do is we might turn this the other way and run it that way as opposed to going this way. But, I mean, there's 100 different ways of doing it. I might also give in and put these plates down because it is bugging me. It is bugging me that isn't flat. I'm trying to resist doing that, though, because it doesn't feel legit when it's there. But I don't know. I'm starting to get tempted. Tempted. Oh, another thing I could do is lift this up a little bit further, too, to match that down there. Yeah, to lift that up to the high side like I did before. Yeah, see, the thing is, you have so much resources, though. What we should probably be doing... Wait, I got an even better idea. Hold on. Let's make this even easier. All right, you get out of there because you keep blocking my way up and down. Yeah, that's what we should do. I know what we should do. Instead of using all of these, we should be using these to do this, because this is just going to be an insane... No, but then it would fill up my space doing that, and it'd probably get in the way. Nah. We can make a crazy ton of these and just keep stacking them. Speaking of, let's just do that. Let's just make a ton of these. Let's get like 3 of those out of there. And let's just make rows and rows of them here. fail, but whatever. Nah, I can't leave it. Can't leave it. Gotta fix it. Because those would be good at 48s. Too bad these personal storage boxes are not 48s. Sort it all out later. Sort it out in the futures. Oh, not even in that one. Yeah, my inventory is actually more than the storage box. Okay, that's a lot of storage boxes. This is going to take a while. There's a lot of micromanaging. This is why I didn't want to tear down my other base, was because it just takes a lot of time to do this part, which is the micromanaging all the stuff. But we've already started it. Let's keep going. I feel like I can just jump down from this height. Right? Yeah, I can just jump down. Alright. We're just gonna, as quickly as possible, get this dead. I like the fact that I'm finally getting rid of these, too. Oh, that worked out. Oh, what? What? Nope, apparently not. Good to know that I can jump down from that level, too. I just learned that. Still be here later? Yeah, that's what's kind of cool. That's what's cool. It's actually handmade world, which is cool. I also feel like we need a faster way up and down when we're working with multiple levels. Now I can just keep my hub at the bottom level. Like, Kismet, I thought you were done with your boxes. Not yet. Oh, nothing in there. That's cool. Not yet. I got a ton of these things all over. Getting there, though. Oh, nothing in there. I was like, hit it automatically. There's something stuff in there. Whee! Or all. We'll unravel and fix all of that stuff later. Again, we got good production here, good production there. I guess the only thing I would probably do is, again, this. Putting all of these going the same direction. Should I put them that way or should I put them this way, right? I can turn this whole thing around and run it the other way. Run that up, run this the other way, and then that would all be that. And I need to do my copper production out there. Run it all this way. It's almost like you wanna put this around your node, so you don't have to really mess with it. Huh. Oh, I just visualized. See, I build it 1,000 times in my head for the one time I build it in real life, or build it in game. Because I just thought if I turn that around the other way, and then backfeed this way and backfeed that way, then I could turn these facing this way, right? And then I'd have them all lined up in, so I'd have one group of 4 going that way and one group of 4 going the other way, and then they would all be in the same direction, and I could combine them at the end. The whole thing is to combine them at the end with the least distance between the conveyors, and then so you have a bit of a wider conveyor at the beginning, but then at the end they're very easy to merge and then bring up to the other level, and then I can run them to wherever I want them to go. And then you want like a central line across the whole thing where some stuff is coming and going in different directions. I feel like my stuff, again, it's like you feel like you have plenty of room, and then it starts to get compacted. You feel like you have plenty of room, it gets compacted. The second we bring this up to another level where we're not obstructed by anything, then the whole thing is just open, right? So we can make it as linear as we want, or we can make it as stacked as we want, or as efficient as we want. But doing it at the ground level is where it gets tough. That's where it gets tough. All right, what are we doing? We're back to what I was doing. All right, take this out. This one over here has been over here forever. Take that one out. Yay! All right, we got all of those. All this stuff can go. Take all this out. We'll be redoing our entire screw production. Yeah, we'll be redoing all of that. But that's okay. That needs a bit of work anyway. Same thing down here. This could all be reworked. Oh, not my space elevator. Stuff to have on me right now. Quite a bit. How much is in here? Just enough. Get that? Yeah. Alright. A box full of stuff. Now also the thing I could do over here is just put my hub here and leave it here, instead of keep rebuilding it over and over again as I go up the different levels. And this will be like my hub level. I thought the idea would be to centralize all of our stuff. Centralize all of it and then feed it up to wherever the hub is. But I can, in theory, just grab it and just bring it to the hub, because you're not going to really do that much stuff with the hub other than upgrading. And you can put a bunch of boxes around it that you can feed your stuff in. So I'm thinking that. I turn this around the other way and then feed it out around and around. Or I could do it the other way. I could turn it around and feed it this way. And feed it this way. Because this is just going to feed up there. Yeah, turn both those around this way. They combine them. Run them up. That's exactly what to do there. Now we're going to redo all of that. Same thing could be said right here, right? You aim this way. Right? You aim it in that direction. And then you double feed it back. And then it ends up in this direction very efficiently along the side of it as well. Instead of bringing it up like this and then bringing it over here and then splitting it like that, it literally would split right there and then go side to side. Yep. I just visualized it in my noggin. There we go. All this will go up to the upper level. This will probably leave at the lower level and then feed that up. The ore will feed up to the upper level. We're going to rearrange all of this. There we go. Bye-bye. Reorganize and centralize all of our loots. Lots of running around. Hey, hey, man, what's up? Thanks for coming in the stream. We are making a giant mess right now. We are combining all of our resources and just randomly throwing them in there because we're going to reorganize that later. I want to spend a lot of time organizing that because in the long run that would be in the way. We're going to organize all of our power, all of our workbenches. We're going to reorganize it all. Basically tearing the entire base down right now. Well, at least a great portion of it, to make it only better the next time. Alright, so we got that done. Feel like we want to fix some of these here that are the bigger ones. We want to take those out. We want to take all the manufacturing at the second level out. We want to match it here so it's high enough to be over the top of these stuff here. And then this lower level will just be the first tier stuff. Alright, now we're really going to go to town. We're really going to go to town on removing some stuff. I always feel like I gotta move closer, but you really don't. You really don't have to move closer. You can just stand from afar and get all this stuff. You're like, Kismet, all that work. Build it again 5 times faster now that that I understand the mechanics. I'm probably more efficiently than before. I'm going to leave all the containers for right now. I'm just going to try to get rid of the small stuff, because this is going to make it easier, because I'm going to run out of storage space if I start doing the containers. We'll come back for those. And this is kind of a cool way of doing this, but again, I feel like we could have done that better now, using a storage and then splitting that storage and running that storage. It'd be less splitting in the long run, make all the math work out to where it would go into these efficiently. Not hit the space elevator. Though I could just rebuild it, but still. We'll actually probably rebuild that again in a bit. And I don't know, I might go back and forth whether I want to put my hub up here or not. Kind of feel like maybe I will put it up here. I don't know. I go back and forth. This way I don't have to run down below every time. Want to upgrade it. We'll get it figured out. Yeah, since it has 2 split outputs of the storage, I just thought of this as well while I'm working on this. Is the while it's splitting this while we're splitting the storage, say we need something over there and something over there, we could send it in 2 directions from the same storage, so it could act as a splitter to send it from one side to the other, which is very, very useful. Yeah, we're just kind of tearing this all down. This was just all testing anyway. It's not very efficiently built. It's not built in such a way that it is easy to, you know, get around and stack it again, so on. I don't think there's much in here. No, let's just take that one out. With the knowledge that we have now, we could do way better. And we will. Build better. Now we look in these storage containers. See? Don't want to get those. Those are full of a lot of extra screws. You know, how we looking, right? Not too bad so far. Not too bad. Again, this is one of my favorite parts of the game, is the fact that when you take it all out, you get all your resources back. It's kind of like playing a country song backwards. You get your truck back, you get your girl back, you get your house back, all of that stuff. Dee. This appeals to my meticulous nature of just making it just so. We got a bunch of resources up there. Let's grab what we can here. Knowing that you can jump down there too really helps. I need to get to the point where I can make that jetpack that we saw. That'd be fun. I feel like that in the future, if I played through again, that's what I would do. I'd make my second level higher than the miners to start. This way, you're not obscured by the miners. No concrete. All right. We're going to have to unravel this mess later on. We'll get to it. I feel like we just want to make a... At this point, want to make a ramp. Oh, let me get the concrete. I'm sure there's some in here somewhere. There's some. Make a ramp. There we go. Nighttime. Oh. Slowly working our way across here. Oh, that doesn't have much in it. It's easy. Had I known, I would have built this up a higher level before. Lots of containers. We don't need these small containers anymore either. We got to take those out anyway. We got here. Oh, not quite enough. Gonna take all these floors out, readjust the height of it all, and then be running our resources around into the larger containers. Now, if they had a thing like in, they might have it, don't tell me. They might have a thing like in Fallout 4 where I had the Mega Sorter, where it just takes the thing and says, oh, well, this is screws. Oh, go that way. And, oh, this is poles. Oh, go that way. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's a later game thing if it is in the game. Or if they don't have it in the game, I suggest you add it to the game, where it would just auto-sort depending on what it was. That would be amazing. All right, we cleared that out. That is a done deal right there. The only thing we got to take out now is this. Right here. Our cool little escalator system that we were using. Let's take it all the way out while we're thinking about it. Love how well this works. That works really well from up high. Really, really well. All right. Now, actually, I don't even need to be up here. Do this from down below. Sounds like a more efficient way of doing it. We can actually build ourselves a ramp up to that level as well. But I think underneath would be easier. So I could literally dismantle everything super easily. I wonder how much room we got. Oh, we got plenty of room. They're like, Kismet, what are you doing, dude? You're taking down your base. Well, I discovered that this level is not the best level to build stuff because you have the obstruction of your things here, of your drills there, or your whatever the heck those are called. Why are they not coming to my brain? Miners. There we go. This doesn't take too long, right? This is actually really fast, and you don't have to re-get these resources because it gives you 100% of the resources back. So we're going to raise up the base here. Because we're kind of the next level. Really, actually, we're kind of a couple levels in now. At the higher level storages, higher level conveyors. The heck, fell off the end of my base. Wasn't watching. I could have fell to my doom. Could have been dead right now. Could have been a whole lot of dead. This is super fun. Even tearing it down is fun. Kind of makes me want to go over there and fix all of that too. Bring that up to the higher level and just have it bring it up to that next level. That's okay. We'll leave it at this level for now. We'll work on that another time. Right now, we're working on this. You know what? This has got to go too. Kismet! I know. We're going to... That's it. We might as well just start from scratch, everybody. That's it. Just start from scratch. Get out of here. Get out of here, stuff. I feel like we're just going to rebuild. We're already this far in. We've already committed. Let's do it. Man, can we make this 1,000 times better? I think so. I believe so. Yeah, I'm really liking that idea where I put this one way and then the stuff goes the other way. I like that a lot. Where you pipe it out that way and then it turns around and then all the stuff's on the side and it's aiming this way and then it goes up. Same thing with this other one here where it turns around, it comes this way and it goes up. Yep. And see, now you got this one going this way, and then you got this one going in the same direction. So both of these are feeding plates and rods in the same direction. And then over here, we've got our concrete going up. And then we can run that all the way from over there, across and around, and feed it right into here, and then build the rest of the production. So you've got your concrete going up here, you got your poles going up there, you got your plates going up there, and then your copper going up here, and really it's just going into a central area right straight up from this area right here. So right now it seems like, well, Kismet got all this room, but when I put all this back in again, all that room will be gone yet again. You know what? Let's take this out too. We'll rebuild that up another level. Walls out. Container. Bye-bye. Alright. Power poles. Reorganize. That can remain for now. That's out. Alright, this got to go too. I watched Kismet this one time, and he literally just spent the whole time just dismantling stuff. It was epic. It was epic. He tore it down after all those hours of building it and made it 1,000 times better. I feel like this is what probably take you the most time in the game, is doing this. Oh, what do we got here? A little bit of something, something. All right, we're getting full again. Full again. Look how much. Look how many boxes. There's a lot of boxes, and you would think, oh, that's plenty. Doubt it. Doubt it. For as much resource we're going to be taking apart here. Oh, this is going to be nice, though. This is going to be real nice. That plate back in. Yeah, so it's better if you aim it in the other direction. So it doesn't have to feed around behind like it did before. All this crazy stuff we're doing here. Less places, less distance it has to travel, and all of that. Getting fast now. Like how sometimes it's actually not the thing I'm aiming at that I take out. Oops. That was foreshadowing. That I'm literally just... Sometimes I hit whatever's behind it. When did I get this? Well, that's the one from before. Alright. Alright, everybody. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take these out. Just take them out one at a time. You get them back out. You take this down. And just for you all, for you ADHD peeps, I'll put the plates in for you. There you go. I know some of you are like, Kismet, put the plates there, bro. It's not at the same level. It's driving me insane. You're welcome. Alright, now we got a lot of concrete somewhere. Now here's the hardest thing, and this is what I usually do, by the way, in most games, when I'm playing with my crew, is I do what's known as quartermastering, or micromanaging of all of the loot. So it's something I typically will do to make it easier on my crew, because the hardest thing is when you don't know where stuff is, right? When you don't know where stuff is, and you're like, okay, where's this, and where's that, and where's the other thing? Right, like right now I need my chainsaw stuff. Let's see if we can find ourselves some biofuel. Wow, what are the chances of just running it in there and finding it on the second one? Alright. That's gotta go. Alright. I just built that somewhere I didn't want it to build. Where'd you build that? Alright. Now we got that going. It's all for you guys. Again, it doesn't feel legit to me to be in the metal thing, but we'll just say there's a special metal plate that allows it to go through the plate thing. There's literally tons of stacks of concrete somewhere. But we don't remember where it's at. Oh, a little bit there. Again, when we put our containers back up again, we'll consolidate all of this stuff. There's some there. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at our little car. It's still just chugging away over there. Hold on. do this legit. Do the big ones. Not that anybody would know but us. Okay. Now we need to make our miners again. 2 of those. Oh, I have them on me. Okay. Let's put our miner down again. Now we're going to move it around until it pops in. Now I'm going to try this technique. Look at it, it's a little awkward. Get lined up. Not that. See how it's like not lined up? Kind of go away. Come back. Try to get it to line itself up. I don't know why it doesn't do it. There we go. Then it's like more square. Alright, so I'm going to send it in this way, and then I'm literally going to turn it around and run it the other way. But then I have a problem with concrete. I might run into my concrete there. So I might turn that around the other way and try to run it this way. I guess I could run it way back and then try to fill up the 2 sides with it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, and again, we want to make another one of these miners. We probably should just put it right back down afterwards. If I had thought of it, that would have been smarter. But whatevs, we'll figure it out. We got plenty of resources, that's for sure. We got this, we got that. We got this and we got that and we got this, y'all. We got this and we got that and we got this, y'all. What is it? What are we looking for? This. And we're looking for what we did with those miners, because I don't want to make them again, because I've already got some and I hate to waste them. There we go. And we'll even get our little boosty boosts in there again. Stop doing that. Stop being all crazy. You crazy girl. Okay. Sometimes it's a little funky. I want it to be perfect. Stop it. Feel like you go out and you come back in again. Sometimes that fixes it too. There we go. Nice. Okay. Crank that all the way back up again. Looking awesome. Okay. More dismantling. I feel like if we're going to do it, everybody, we might as well go all in now. We might as well go all in, learn from our mistakes of the past, and build the future. I restarted from scratch, but I used the editor to remove all the buildings and foundations, leaving research and containers behind with resources in it. There you go. There you go. What's the goal of this game? Is to build stuff. Is to become more and more efficient. You progress through the different levels. Right now it's in early access, so I don't know. They might add a storyline and all of that stuff. There's a bit of storyline. You work for a company called Fix It, and they sent you down here to fix it. Or really to build a factory and mine the resources, I would think. And you have a big space elevator that connects up to something in the space, and you work on upgrades and what like that. I don't want to spoil too much for it. I would rather you give it a go, make some mistakes along the way, and enjoy the journey. And you would say, Kismet, would you recommend this game? Absolutely. If you're a builder like me, if you have a wild imagination and you love to build giant stuff, This is the one right here. Whoa, hello, that's a ton of loot in there. This is the one to get going. Now, I'm kind of tearing down a lot of my manufacturing. I'm taking all of the resources that I had from all the stuff that I built, and I'm just randomly throwing them in these boxes, which is probably not the big thing I would suggest, because at some point I'm going to have to pay the price of all of that, or I'm going to have to go in and reorganize all of that. But then again, I have my awesome new boxes. Now, because I'm not producing anything right now, I'm not producing any more high-end resources. I am going to be in trouble later. But really, the only thing that I need is these right here I just picked up. And this over here, which is still working. It's been working all this time, cranking an absolute ton of these in there. Nice, huh? See, I thought of that ahead of time. I said, I'm going to leave this running over here while I'm working on everything else, because that's my high-end resource that I need right now to redo my entire base. And that's what we're doing. We're basically going to redo it all, utilizing those higher-end resources. And really, all of this is still going to function over here without all of this. This is like autonomous now, because down here, and I may pull all that back up here too, so I don't have to go down there every time I want to work on it. I thought I'd put it down there just to see if I could let it run, but eventually I'm going to have to go down there over and over again to mess with it. So what I'm going to do over there is the same thing I'm doing over here, where I'm going to raise it up a bit and then run it out right over that coal, and just run the coal straight up into all of my power plants. And if I need power plants, I can go over there and just keep building them up in an infinite direction, right? See, right here, this is not infinite. I'm going to run into the dirt or the ground or whatever. Like right here, you can see I've already run into the ground. So we're going to work on, oh, actually, I should have worked on that first. Work on the level at which this is high enough. Now, if I go out there to the copper one, that one's much higher. So I could start with the copper one and back work, but at some point when you put these up high enough, you can't put this on there. So I feel like this is probably enough space to make all of this work, even though it is kind of running up over the grass or running into the grass onto this high edge here. I feel like this is fine for just doing your base start resources. I feel like it's fine, and I feel like I'm going to go around eventually to all the nodes and just build whatever's around that node, right? So if you need a ton of metal bars, best thing to do is just make it right around where you're mining it, and then you can just run it to wherever you want to go after that, especially into a storage, and then from the storage you could have it truck back and forth, or you could have it run. I find the more things you have going also, especially if you have a lower end machine. I have a pretty high end machine, pretty decent machine. So the more you have running, of course, the more your machine's going to have to work at micromanaging all that as well. So I feel like the more efficient it is, the more stuff you can do, the higher end stuff you can make. That's the way to go. Again, I'm just finding random boxes here to drop all this in. I feel like eventually I'm going to run out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, there's one. And I'm just taking all the loot from all the stuff I built, and I'm running it over here. Just to clear it out of here. And I'm going to clear all the stuff here at the top. Or I might leave it and just make this my power plant up here. Because all of this stuff here is just a test, right? We're just testing. Okay, what if we do this? What if we do that? But now that I understand how it works and get a gist of how the coal plant works, along with the kind of steel level that I'm at now, then that's something I would do at the higher level. Because then I have all of that production, all the simple production at the first level, all the higher level production at the next level, and I could even make another level and another level, and you can basically go up as high as you want, or as high until you hit the ceiling, hit the atmosphere, where you would, I would imagine, start to not be able to breathe. So we'll take all this out. So how much is in here? Oh, not very much. Oh, we're making motors over here. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah. All right. How much is this going at down here? Let's go back down here. Woohoo! Whee! I forgot what speed this one's going at. This is going at 240. So we want to run this all the way up here to 270. I feel like we just want to run that straight up, bring that all the way out, and we'd be good. And then we'll take all these power plants out of here and put them up at another level. We'll get back to that later. Let's go ahead. I feel like we're going to feed that back that way. Feed that back around that way. Just have it centrally go up here. We'll bring this up, and then we'll build all of this stuff, and then we'll run it this way toward the center, right? Because we want all of our resources to eventually, you know, come together, and then maybe even go up another level to be managed up there as well. See, I've got a workbench over here. Let's take that out. Just kind of tidying it up a bit here. Take that out. Okay. That's looking good. That's looking good. Okay. Should we take that out or should we let that run? I feel like we should just keep that running. Let's see. Can we do our... Let's do like 2 of those. Over there. Maybe... Let's just do 4 and we'll let that run while we're building the rest of the base. Because right now I need a bunch of steel bars to do the higher level conveyors and to do these higher level things here. As well as a ton of encased industrial beams. So we've got some of that laying around. So let's see if we can grab some of that. Actually, let's store all of this. Grab just what we need. Oh, there's some. Gotta put them all together over here. Somewhere. All right. Not using this right now, so we're going to take this out. All we're producing right now is these things right here. Take this out, take the second level out, take this out. There we go. Now we can see a lot better what we're doing. And this is coming out, merging into here, going into that container. And this container is not quite full yet. But I feel like maybe we can do a little something right up here. And then we use our new technique. Well, we do like this. Right into down. Bam. So that's going to take all of these out of here, run them up into this container. So that's an additional 48. So this can run here. And this is what I really want to be running right now. I want to be running a lot of these steel stuff so I can make a lot of other stuff. That's what I probably should have done here in the first place. I should have had it coming out of here and pumping all of these into one of these, and then, you know, having the pipes into one thing, another thing, etc., etc. So all that stuff is in, even if I'm bringing it from another place, it should go into a container first so I can control it better. Okay, so how are we looking on time? We're looking okay. We're looking okay. Mods are probably freaking out. Kismet! Dude! I love how quick and easy it is to dismantle stuff, though. You gotta give it to him for that. You gotta give it to him. Hey, look how it's running right into the grass there. Okay, now I should have done this earlier, but let's just test something. Let's take these back out. Probably leave these out until I'm done testing. Let's take those out. Take all this out. What I'm looking for is the high side of this area. Like that would be pretty high there. I tried this before in my previous playthrough, and I think I had a problem with it being too high to put the things down. Yeah, that's way too high. That's way too high. This drives me crazy. I hate the grass in there. Oh, I know what to do. We'll just move this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. This whole side's gonna get raised. Like, Kismet, why didn't you just start over? Well, I'd have to research all this stuff again. I'd have to rebuild it all. You have to go through all the different stages of unlocking. I mean, I'm not against it. I've already restarted 3 times now. But I think at this stage, I don't really need to restart. I just need to better organize my base. Let's just put this at 5 right now. There we go. And let's put this back in once again. So we figured out what we wanted to know there. Very nice. Okay. Now on this, we want to go in and put in our little rampy ramps. Just little ramps, not the big ones. Just a little bit higher is all we really need. Higher here, there we go. What's the magic way of doing this so it goes the way I want it to go? Why doesn't it retain which way I went? There we go. Do it right on the edge of this other one. There we go. These are just going to turn around and go the other way anyway. Nope. Unnecessary plates under there. Like I should pull these out. I mean, if you're gonna play legit and you're like, well, Kismet, those should be there because otherwise it wouldn't hold that up, I understand. But if you're not gonna see it and it helps your redraw go faster, at this point, I would just say, you know what? YOLO. YOLO that stuff. I feel like I could have just did one foundation on one and then just ran it without having to have those bottom plates now. Just kind of learned that as well. All right, and then these are gonna cover all that up anyway. Redraw wise and memory efficient wise, you're going to come to a point where this is going to be really pushing your machine big time. Now we're getting serious here. We getting serious base building. Lower plateau is going to be basic. Then we're going to go up here. Second level, we're going to work on the more advanced stuff. Lower level on this side is going to be our power plant. Then all this stuff is going to feed up to the second level. We're going to leave our little miner guy going back and forth for now. This is like really... one of the things in other games, other building games, is the ability to build stuff very quickly and for it to line up where you feel like it should line up. And this has a really fantastic feel to it when you're lining stuff up and you're just doing this, where you're just putting in platforms. It really does, like, you just kind of aim toward it and it just, you know, rocks it big time. Okay. Yeah, we're going to bring the coal in from that side. Huh, I wonder if I should bring that car all the way over to here, or I should bring the coal all the way over to there. Just work off that side. Alright, enough of this. It had its chance to make it. Now time's up. Time is up. Tearing it all down. Sorry if I get focused too. Defy structure integrity, I know. But you gotta think also that it's gonna have a performance hit on your machine over time too. If you're just building stuff that's underground that you can't see. I mean, there's a balance between fun and ability to actually do the stuff. there for now. What the heck am I doing here? I don't even remember what I'm doing over here. Oh, I was making that and then splitting it and sending it back again. Yeah, this all needs to be redone. This is all just kind of what happens if we do this. Can we get this working? Well, it's definitely worth. Oh, well, there it went. Oh wait, no, that wasn't. What wasn't it? This we're gonna have to stop because I'm gonna cut the power to this. We'll have to wait for it to come back and just stop it. We haven't filled up our inventory yet. Okay. Still got our ups and downs there. And over here. Very full. Cool thing is how quickly we're going to be able to build this after this. We're just going to be able to just to go in and just like it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Especially since we don't have to wait for resources to be made. I mean, we literally have a zillion tons of it here. Tons of everything. Yeah, I feel like we want to bring our these two up together, and then we could run it up together. Here it goes. Just chill out, bro. Chill out for now. Alright, now I don't want to mess with that because I've already set up the route and all that stuff. And I also have the power already sent all the way over there, so we'll just leave that as that. But I feel like we want to bring our coal like straight up this way, and then we can run it right over here. And this we could put a lot of containers. We put 3 containers on top of each other to get up to that upper level. We'll do 3 containers. Also, 3 containers also of the raw coal coming in. And then we can split that coal however we want. Maybe even do a split. Like 1/2 is for power and 1/2 is for... or actually we just have it go into multiple of these, like 3 of these. And then we can use the output of the one at the bottom, right? The output, one of the bottom output going to the power, and then the other output going to the other storages. We'll see how that works. For right now, look at that. We have basically no more base. She's like, Kismet, what do you want to do first? Power. Power is the #1 thing you're going to need. Storage and power are typically the 2 top things in any game. All right, we got a ton of that. All right, storage and power. So those are the 2 things we're going to work on. So first we'll work on power, then we'll work on storage and get it going. OCB, Kismet, how you doing, sir? Doing awesome. So sorry again if I get focused. Make sure to use my name, Kismet in the chat. It'll highlight in red. Know you're talking directly to me. If I miss it for any reason, throw it in there again. Don't mind at all. Don't mind you throwing it in there, getting my attention. Say, Kismet, look at me in the chat. Here I am, bro. Don't mind at all. How you doing, OCB? What you been up to? I started a new game. I can't wait to start doing the trains. Because you know what to do. Yeah. Again, I like the part where you discover something. You're like, oh, okay, now I understand. Right? And then you know what to do on the next one. You know what to do when you're rebuilding. That's why I actually started over from scratch, even though I was already kind of at coal. I wanted to learn the math that makes the game work. Right? The deep mechanics of okay, if I run it like this, how many times do I need to split it to efficiently run it at 100% through all of this stuff? That's the kind of stuff I like to know. All right, so that's what we did. And now that we know that, we are much smarter than we were before. So really, see, instead of going down there every time, like I did the last time I ran it up here, but this time I thought, well, what happens if I just put it down there, but then I have to go down there to micromanage it and add more of these, and I'm on the edge of the world there, whatnot. I prefer all the power to be up here in a nice long row where I can micromanage all the conveyor belts and whatnot. The only reason I need to go down there would be to upgrade that, but I've already upgraded it, so I don't really need to do that. I literally just need to go down there, take all that stuff out, and go from there. And then build it all up here. And I really want to run it from down there straight up so it's the most efficient. I'm probably going to need some resources to do that. But let's go ahead and take it out of here. We no longer need to split it. We also can go in here and take our power boosters out before we do anything, and our coal. Then we're going to take this out. Right now we got a Mark II. Then we're going to... this is for you all. Oh, really? I don't have any... don't have any concrete. What a bummer. Or not enough concrete. I know a great way to get concrete. Just take out all this useless stuff that we don't need anymore. We're optimizing our world and making it beauty mess. Because some people say, oh, well, I'm going to come back to that. But they never do. Well, me, I do. I would rather take the time to, you know, fix it up as I go. Why put off for later what you can do now? A lot of wasted concrete out there. Take all this down here in a minute. Take all that down. All I really need is a conveyor from right down here to all the way up there. Actually, I could probably even make this higher now. These things are still running too. You hear them whirling away. Oh yeah, very full. Get some boxes there. I don't want the boxes. Alright. Gotta take the conveyor up and drop off some of this loot. This is my favorite part, is riding the conveyors too. Riding the conveyors up and down and wherever you want to go. I feel like I'm just going to make conveyors just so I can ride along them to go from wherever I need to go. Pretty fun. Oh, wow. I found one that was empty right off the bat there. I feel like also we could take this and just say, you know, go through all the things to do it. Oh my gosh, Dr. Gluten coming in! Holy mackerel with that massive host. What's up, Dr. Gluten? We're getting the love up in here, everybody. We went over there mini raid Dr. Gluten. I was so excited. I saw Fez in Fallout 76. And I was like, oh man, I gotta go tell Dr. Gluten about that. If you have not discovered the wonderful, the fantastic, I love the graphics over there. I love the puppet show. I love all of that stuff over there. At Dr. Gluten. Also got to meet him at TwitchCon. Super awesome guy, by the way, everybody. Hey, buddy, what's up, Dr. Gluten? How you doing tonight? Sorry I couldn't stay long. I just did a mini raid. I popped in, said hi, and then I was streaming at the same time as well. So, thanks for coming in. Thanks for bringing your peeps in. Now, if you guys are new to my stream, my name is Kismet. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I am high level in real life. That's right. I play a lot of various games, including Fallout. I play a lot of simulation games. I'm old school sim player from the old days of the original SimCity way back in the day. I do love me some sim games. I like me some manufacturing games, building games, sports games. I like all the games. I don't limit myself in life. I suggest you don't either. Like what you like. And if you do like awesome, positive bits of fun in your day, you're in the right place. Feel free to hit that follow button. Hang around a bit. I got awesome people in the chat. Feel free to say hello. They'll actually say hi back to you. I know, it's crazy, right? Sometimes my my chat does get a bit slow when everybody's getting a little sleepy after watching me play for a really long time. But we're getting it going on right now. Right now, we're kind of clearing out what we did before. Because we no longer need this all down here. We're going to consolidate this in a much more efficient and beautiful way. Right now, I'm playing a fantastic simulation game or factory game called Satisfactory. Incredibly fun. I saw you were playing The Sims and having a good old time. There, Dr. Gluten, always good to see you. I need to go to bed. Have a great night. You too, man. Have a great sleep. And we'll see you next time, man. Hopefully I see you at TwitchCon. I'm trying to get my mods there. We're getting more than halfway now. We're crushing it. Crushing it. We might just get there. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah, we can bring that all the way up there. We can bring that up much higher. Now, we got to watch out, though, because there are some sudden cliffs in this area, and we don't want to fall off them. And we can pull all this out. We don't need to run any more power poles or any of that stuff. Oh yeah, all this has got to go. All this has got to go. And you're like, well, Kismet, you can just leave it there. I could. It's not going to make that big a difference. But I do like to pull stuff out when I'm not using it, because that is also the most efficient when you're not wasting resources on stuff that you're not really using anymore. Like this was here, so it added as a platform for my power. But since I'm no longer going to use that over here, we might as well just take it all out. Then it's not going to affect our redraw speed, as well as we can reutilize those resources elsewhere. We're going to town here. All I need to do is put down a thingy, and we're good. A miner down here. We'll pump it up to the other level. We'll run it into a storage, and we'll keep it going. You have a sexy, hypnotic voice, or voice in this thing. Well, thank you. Thank you. I do have that. I could even go into announcer mode, where I go into a little bit of a lower voice. This is mostly how I talk when I first get up. People think I'm actually doing an announcer voice when I first get up. But it is natural. What I'm doing right now is not natural. This is me actually imitating my own low voice when I wake up in the morning. It freaks my wife out every time. She's like, you're doing that low voice thing again. So again, if you want to know a little background on me, I've been a graphic designer for over 25 years for some of the top companies in the world. I've been lucky enough to do a lot of what I love to do. Hopefully you get a chance in your life to do what you enjoy most. And that is, for me, was being an artist and being a graphic designer. Some years ago, I got very ill. I could no longer work for Apple, where I was working at the time. Oh, we should probably leave those in, because I feel like I'm going to fall. We don't leave those in for at least until we go back up there. So I had to give up that epic job, and I had to find something else that I love to do. Why I worked on my health. So I spent about the last 5 years working on my health, and I have come back from basically being disabled in the bed and found, of course, streaming and playing games, which is what I have always loved doing. I'm an original gamer from way back in the day, since probably before some of you were born. Not all of you. Some of you are older than me, but some of you for sure. For a very long time, and I'm a very unapologetic gamer as well. I love what I love to do, and ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can like and what I can't like, and I suggest you do the same, because you know what, you only get one life, you only get one chance to do what you love to do. I suggest grab it and go, do what you love. That's what I'm doing right now. So we need to go ahead and get one of these Mark IIs going on. We need to go ahead and get some of these resources back that we dump randomly in one of these chests. So we gotta find it. We got to find it again. And we have dumped a lot of loot in here. We'll consolidate all this loot later. But right now, we need to find what we did with all of this in here. We need wire, too, while we're at it. Where'd that wire go? Now, I have so much loot here, and this can happen in this game. You can be overwhelmed with loot. And now I've been dropping it randomly in here, so it's kind of hard to find. There we go. A little bit of all of this. And then we need to find out what I did with those miners. Actually, we could probably start grabbing all of this out of here, too, to consolidate that into one spot. Sort that. There we go. And this here. We're going to be making some containers soon. I heard an animal somewhere. So we're going to be making some containers soon. What we're doing is we're kind of revamping our entire production here. And the reason why I went in and revamped it is because as you progress through the game, you start to build up more and more advanced things you can build. And you'll hit like a certain plateau that says, oh, wait, here, now I can do this. Oh, okay, now I can do that. Now I can do this next thing. And so it does have a tendency to make you want to redo your entire base. Now, again, I could start over from scratch, but we've already done that a few times. I think we're good on that for now. Look at all that sweet loot in there. Look at all that loot. Alright, I feel like I'm going to go in and reorganize all this very soon. And this is what I love to do in games. I call it quarter mastering, where you go in and you micromanage all of your loot. Now, if you're a friend of Dr. Gluten's, you're a friend of mine. I appreciate you being in the stream. I love the stream over there. Super great guy, again, like I was saying earlier. I got to meet him at TwitchCon. Just happened to randomly, my mods do a great job of going out looking for peeps for me to raid. I happened to randomly find his stream through my mods and said, oh, we got to go raid this guy. He's awesome. And that's what we did. And then we got to meet in the IRLs at the TwitchCons. All right, well, this guy, what the heck? What happened to all my things? They got to be in here somewhere. All right, quick check. I swear I feel like I went past it. Got to blink. Blinking works great. This is the drawback of just throwing stuff in all of these. I mean, I could make another ones, but it bugs me to make new ones when I just know they're sitting in this box somewhere. Nope, I didn't need any of those. Really? How can that be? Now, I have noticed that sometimes you actually lose loot. So you got to watch out for that as well. I mean, these are really unique looking. So that should be easy to spot. Maybe they're in the third row. I thought I put them in the second row. Let's check the third row. Third row. I mean, this is mostly full resources here. Huh. Yeah, they look like this. Be in the last box. Nope. Vanished. Like a mystery. Well, I don't know. I might have missed him in there, but hey, let's just go to it. We'll just make some new ones. Screw it. Oh, well, better make some over here. Also, a great time to make a crafting bench and whatnot. Let's go ahead and put this and this. So it tells us what we need. Iron rod, iron plate. Iron rod, iron plates. That ought to be good enough. Alright, craft bench, temporary craft bench. Temporary workshop. Alright, well, for some reason, we've lost our miners, but such the way it goes. We need a spool. A little bit of spool action. I feel like the second after I do this is the second I'm going to find them. But oh well. Oh, we can make 22 of them. Alright, that ought to cover it. I feel like we'll just do our upgrades We'll do these upgrades later. There we go. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Welcome back. Let's see. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm new here. How many hours have you played Satisfactory up to now? I just started playing it. I've had it for a while. Thanks to the peeps at Satisfactory who sent me a code to check it out. I have just started playing it, I think within the last week or so. Very, very fun. Very, very addicting. I have so many games in my games list to get to that I try to sneak them in where I can. And then some of them I'll just play for a little bit just to kind of get the gist of the game. And then some of them will really capture what I love about games, which is Satisfactory here, where you're kind of figuring it out as you're going, and you're like, okay, what if I do this, and what if I do that? I am an old school type of player when it comes to playing games. I don't like looking up stuff on Wixie. I don't like people coming in and saying, Kismet, if you just do this, this is the easiest way. I want to make mistakes. I want to make fails and say, oh, okay, oh man, that wasn't the right way to do that. Let's try a better way of doing it. Let's try another better way of doing it, right? Again and again and again until you find a way that really, really works well. And I kind of feel like we need to kind of backward engineer that all the way over to here and then just go straight up. I don't think I really need a platform down here. I feel like what I need is, yeah, let's just put that back where it was. I feel like what we need to do is just run those plates over here, and then we can run it straight up. And then we should be good. How do we get up there, though? That's the question. I mean, we can climb up. We can make a ladder. I guess once we got it going there, I have nothing else I need to do down here. Nothing else I need to do, so I can just make it where I'll be like, eh, don't need to go down there. Alright, let's just build it out a bit. Let's see if we got any concrete. We do not. We need to grab some more. So what tier am I on? I think I'm on the oil tier, whatever tier that is. The one where you can go make the oil refineries and stuff like that. I've got that unlocked. I have not been to the trains or anything like that. This is like my third playthrough, but I didn't play all the way through. I played it a little bit to get the base building and understanding that. Then, as I do here in the stream quite often, I start over from scratch. And then I worked on understanding the principles of building and better building, whether you should build close to your mining or away from your mining, and did that for a while and got up to coal. And then I thought, I could do way better. And then we started over to just see how efficient we could get from the very beginning, work on that beginning efficiency, and then we did much better. And then I worked on the deep game mechanics, on understanding, okay, if it's coming out at 60 out of my mine, what do I run it into? Oh, wait a minute, I've got to split it, and then maybe split it again to get it to run through the the first stage, the second stage, the third stage, and how can we make all that math work so that it's running at 100% efficiency? And we figured all that out. And then I got to the higher levels here where I have the larger storages now and the larger conveyors. And I said, okay, now that we have that level of stuff, we can, of course, make it even more efficient because, of course, we have larger containers. We can send it in multiple directions from the same containers and all of that. So I literally went in and tore the entire thing down. Because I build the base about 1,000 times in my head to one time in the stream. Because I'm always reiterating, rebuilding, revisualizing. Okay, if I did this and I did that and I made it like this, and especially when you start to understand more and more of the mechanics, then you can understand more and more how to put it out. Now, I can visualize in full color, full 3D in my mind and just sit here and play this game without ever even turning the computer on. Easily now that I understand the mechanics. And I find myself, and that's a good game, by the way, I find myself thinking about the game on how I could do better when I'm not even playing. Like when I'm waiting for my kids or whatever, I'm thinking, if I did this and I turned it that way and I stacked it like that and I turned like... Now that's capturing my imagination. That's a home run. That's a home run game right there. All right, so we got our two in here. We've got our concrete over there. We've got our coal down there. Oh, we needed concrete. Speaking of concrete, and we're just redoing all of our power. We're redoing how we're doing it. I had it only 2 levels up, but I thought, you know what? You want to be pretty high up, so you don't have this problem with your miners. You know, you can build it over the top of your miners without running into any obstructions, and then you can just build out a massive, massive base. And you can build it very linear, where it's on a single level, or you can build it on, you know, of course, a very vertical level. We're going to do a little bit of both. But are we going to do all that today? Probably not. Right now, we just kind of regathered all of our resources. We took everything down. We put all of our resources in these boxes right here. Then we're going to reutilize these resources, of course, to rebuild our entire base. And, of course, we'll start with our base stuff again, and we'll start with our containers, and then work our way up to the more advanced stuff as we go. But always the first thing I find in any game... Oh, we're getting concrete. That's what we're doing. The first thing I find in any game is to master the power. Once you understand how to get your power going and you basically have unlimited power, then you're going to need storage. Once you master the storage, you master the game. All the rest of it is just mechanics, right? But understanding the power part of it is usually the most powerful part. Great example is another fantastic game called Astroneer. I love that game as well. Pretty fun. You get the power going, you get the ability to store all your resources and micromanage that resources, you win. Simple as that. That's a win. Right now I've already kind of finished Astroneer. I'm waiting for them to add more stuff to it. So meanwhile, I thought I'd try Satisfactory here, and I absolutely love it. Super, super fun. Super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and just build this out in this direction. Like this. And we're going to kind of line it up here. I wonder how high up that thing can go. That's a good question. Now we're precariously perched over the top of this. Let's see, how high up can our lift go? How high up can we make the lift? That's another question too. Oh, we can make it from way down there. Oh my goodness, what the? Holy guacamole. All right, that's awesome. That's awesome, everybody. Now, see, it makes me want to line my entire base by that down there now. But no, we're not going to do that. All right, so I feel like we could just pipe this sucker right up here. We need 38 of these, though. That's going to cost some serious amount of that, but that's okay. We'll make more. Yeah, man, look at that. Come straight up here. You just bring it up. You run the power. I could probably run the power straight up, too. Right? Just put a power pole here and run it straight down to there. And then put all the power right up here. Oh, yeah. Then we can run our coal all the way over there. Put our power along this side. Just have it all lined up. All both sides. And do it all the way over. And then maybe I'll leave those. I'll probably leave those in case I do need to go down there. And then this will be styling. Yeah, that'll be styling. Okay. Let's build ourselves a base. I feel like maybe we don't need this back here. I probably need this right now. But the cool thing is, if I wanted to, I could jump down on this little island down here now. Get all those resources if I so chose. Alright, let's go ahead and build the rest of this in since we're here. We might as well get her going on. Let's do it. Another cool thing about this game is you can build from really far away. You don't have to be right up on it. We'll fill the rest of that in later. Fill this in here. Take this out. I feel like if you're going up and down there, that I'm going to hit this edge. Let's go this way first. Again, if you haven't discovered this game called Satisfactory, and it is very satisfactory to play it. Very, very satisfactory. I feel like we could do even better on this here. Yeah, let's take this out. Be a lot of coal. How are we looking on our inventory? Looking good. I don't feel like I need to go down there other than doing the thing there. Oh. Bingo. That's gonna go straight down. This is scary stuff right here. This is where you fall to your death. No. Too long. Too steep. Ah, too long there. All right, we're trying to rework our way down. Too steep still. It's too long and too steep. Use the other one. It's down and up. All right. So it looks like we could probably put another one right there. That'll be the down. This will be the up. Sneak it in there. Where can we sneak it to? Oh, right there. Yeah, it's so steep it's pretty tough to do. Yeah, it says this will work. Then let's take this out. Of course, we could fall to our death. But YOLO. That's part of the fun. Alright, we got a down, we got an up. Alright. What am I doing? Filling the rest of this in. Probably don't need to use the big one. I think I'm using the big ones here. Yeah, alright, whatever. Whatevs. Alright, we need more concrete. Okay, so we got to go down there. We got to put our things down there. I think that's all we really need to do. Just put our boosters down there, and we could build a way down on the other side where we have the thing, and then just take all of those out. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. In a second. Just a simple build game. Put some of those conveyor walls on the foundation that or get the conveyor elevator. That way you can get the vertical up first. Then should reach. And it should reach. Ah, maybe. I got it to work. Let's take these. What else are we doing? Taking those. Now I forgot what I was doing. Taking these. We got some plates. We should probably bring these. Oh, I was getting concrete. That's what I was doing. Concrete. Nothing but concrete. A whole bunch of it somewhere. Oh, there's some of it there. Let's grab it all. Alright. I'm going to grab some of it. I should be using my vehicle. Why am I walking back and forth? I could be driving my vehicle back and forth. It just dawned on me. Let's get our vehicle over here. That would be much quicker. And a lot fun. And incredibly more dangerous. Alright, look. We went all that way. We saved all that time. Alright, that's up and this is down. Woo! Woo! Wee! Whoa! That cranks. That's cranking. Alright, see, the only thing we need to come down here for is to put our things in here. Like so. Put her at 200%. That's going to give us 240. And I think that's a done. See, we could have just put it right there, right? We're going to put it this way. So maybe we'll work on that while we're here, too. Also, with our chainsaw, do we have... Man, every time I tell you. Every time I forget that stuff. Let's do this right. Let's go up here. And we can take all this out, too. Let's make it more efficient to be on that side. Oh, wrong way. That used to be the way up. That's the way down now. Whoa. I always feel like it's just going to fling me off the side every time. Car. Get on the car. Drive the car. I don't even know what I came over for. I forgot now. Oh, I was going to fill up the car with all the stuff. That's what I was going to do. Because the vehicle has its own storage. So we can store all of that stuff that we need in there for later. Alright, concrete. Where are you hiding? We're going to need a crazy ton of that here in a minute. A little bit. Come on out of there. In one of these mini boxes. We can control drag it too to take all of it out at once. There we go. Bam. Yep, and there's more. We're about to use a lot of concrete.
So I face
the
final curtain.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to do a cut right now. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.